Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of The Panel. We have a lot to discuss today. It may not be every single solitary thing in the Drag Race universe, multiverse, platinum extravaganza field of greens. It may not be that, but we are going to be talking about Drag Race Philippines. Shout out to everybody that watched my review of episodes 1 and 2. We're at almost 13,000 views on that video, so I appreciate you, Rant Pack, for coming through here. And shout out to the cast and crew, of course, of Drag Race Philippines. We're also going to talk about the runway and the lip sync for Canada's Drag Race because, yes, and I know everyone has been asking me about Drag Race Philippines is Untucked. So what I'm going to do, because I wasn't able to make a video yesterday, I had way too much going on in my personal life. We're going to talk about it today. I got the screenshots. I am ready to have this conversation with y'all. We have a panel of folks that are with us today too, that are also going to weigh in on that. We must get into the drama because one fight didn't go as deep as a whole nother one went. And I was like, this is giving old school logo days argument. And I was entertained, but also like, this is some real shit. So it was fun. Anywho, we're also going to not talk about Secret Celebrity Drag Race, AKA I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to talk about it. Because I watched those 2 episodes and I know some of you were like, are you? And oi, oh, no. I'm going to give you very little positives. And after that, just tell you why I can't get into it either. Also, I did my reaction for Drag Race Down Under already. So for those of you who have already seen the episode this weekend, my reaction is on Patreon. That review will be tomorrow, Monday. That's why we're not going to talk about it today because I haven't done my review yet. You know how my panel is. It's everything I talked about and then some on top of the Sunday list. So I thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get my social medias out the way and then get my panel members up in here and start this good show. I see my Wi-Fi is doing it and doing it and doing it well for the first time. It's at Matty Rants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the Matty Rants. You can find me in the link tree in the description down below. If you grab a ranch and eat some fruit, it's some Mativia. It's a good old poot. You can catch me anywhere and everywhere with those links provided in the link tree. Also, I do reactions to every single episode that I do record and review on YouTube on Patreon, and that's for as low as $1 a month. So if you join my Patreon Rant Pack family, you can enjoy over 150 videos that I have reacted to. Grab a libation, get you some good food. You're going to get my initial reaction, and trust me, it's always a fool. Yes, thank you. She rhymes. Bookable on Cameo. I have a request I got to get to. Actually, after this video, I have my spirit is right, and I got the words ready. So if you got anything you want, basically, if you're having a bad day, a good day, a birthday, anything like that, send me a Cameo. I'm going to send you something special back. And it ain't going to be some red, a script read on Big Brother. All right. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in once again, everybody. If you want to drop your boy a tip for hosting today, that's downstairs with the PayPal.me/MattyRants. I was trying to do it fast. It didn't work. Cash App, $MattyRants, and Venmo, Matty-Rants. Anything and everything is appreciated. My birthday is next month. Also, I'm moving, so everything is very helpful at this point in time, especially with these applications I got to put in. But we do have some things in the works right now for what I'm doing, so we're not just stranded out on desert island here. I thank you for tuning in. So one last thing here. It was on the tip of my brain and it just left me. I'm sick. Oh, I'm sorry. It'll come to me later, I'm sure. But as a matter of fact, that's what I wanted to say. We had over 100 new subscribers to the channel in just short of 48 hours. So I want to welcome the new Rant Pack members who have joined this family. I appreciate you. You got me up to the 400s for the 20Ks, girl, and I thank you so much. So if you're new here, baby, welcome. I love you down. We got good energy over here. Now, I'm bringing my panel in, and I'm going to give a quick disclaimer before I do. Girls have been out for brunch, so that disclaimer is going to be waved pretty hard today. I will not be responsible. All right, so let's see. I'm not. I won't. But at the same time, don't. First up is my first Judy, my second best friend, along with Scotty, since we're sharing, we're apparently we have a timeshare with this bitch. But no, y'all know him as Black Jesus, the locked diva. You better believe her. Don't sue her, Frida. It's Jamar 84.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. How's it going? How's it going?
Oh, it sounds nice and good in there. I don't hear the winds of Mount, Everest up top. I don't hear
You
it.
know?
I don't. It's actually kind of low.
The AC is going right here, but okay.
Well, look at God. It said we gonna work it today. How you doing, friend?
I'm doing good, doing good. Not ready to go back to work, child. I know every time I come up here, I'm like, dang, that means I gotta go back to work tomorrow, child. But it's
That's
fine.
that's the Sunday show. It's the last of the weekend, and we closing it out right, my sister. Thank you for being here. Do me a favor. Tell everybody what's so special about you, why you're so successful, and why girls are mad. Trying to talk about you in weird
Oh, child.
shows and panels and all that. Go ahead, tell them, Jamar.
We extend the hands of prayer in the direction of those people. But you can find me on all social media
We
platforms.
won't.
At Jamar 84. That's JAMAR 84, with the exception of TikTok, which Jamar 840. I just put out a YouTube video today, so check that out if you guys are not subscribed. Make sure you check out exquisite.com. Link is in my bio on Instagram to get you some makeup products. We got our palette, we got our system lips, we got brushes, all the things and things. Check me out, check me out, check me out. Yeah, those are things that are coming up the most recently. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jamar. Mabu Hey, Drag Race Philippines brought us here earlier this week. Loving this channel and community. Thanks, Maddie. Well, thank you for being here. And shout out to all my Drag Race Philippines babies, because I live and breathe for the show. Trust me. Ooh, live. So thank you, Jamar, for being here. Now we're going to step on over. I'm gonna do the housemates last, because y'all next door, literally. He's a tall tree, a good piece of shade. Well, for others, they might find him on Patreon and find other pieces. I'm not subscribed. I don't know what goes on in that community. But baby, if you want the housewives tea, you know where to go. It's this one over here, darling. It's C Diggy One.
Hey.
Hey, yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Hey, C Diggy. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That shirt is available at dragqueenmerch.com.
Yeah.
Chris,
Sunday.
happy Sunday to you. Chris, tell me how you doing, how you feeling?
I'm good. I went out like 2 nights in a row, so I'm just recovering today.
What's up with well, I went out last night, so I'm not going to do that. So yes, okay. Look at me being judgy. Judgy. Libra. C Diggy, social medias first, please.
Yes, you can find me CDiggy1 on Twitter and Instagram, and then I have my own YouTube channel as well. There's Pop Roast. You can listen to that on Spotify and Apple. And then there's my Patreon, CDiggy1, patreon.com/CDiggy1. My bad.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, C Diggy, for messing up your own links. I'm just kidding. Thank you.
I know, right?
Thank you. Like, where do you find? I don't know. But thank you, Chris, for being here. We appreciate you. Let me go ahead and bring in my my brother over here. My little brother be wearing me out over here, child. Listen, there's a doctor in the house, a shoulder or two, lots of backlighting as well. New York, Jersey. I don't know. I don't remember, child. Listen, all I know is this is my good sis, and I appreciate him for being here today. Let's give it up for duly underscore noted.
Hi, friends. Greetings.
Well, hey.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
I mean, you will soon see where I'm located, but we're here.
Looks like the gates of heaven.
It kind of does. This lighting is great. This view is great. There's trees. There's flowers. We're here.
Thank you for being here. We're here
I
now on
appreciate
HBO
it.
Max. Well, with
I don't
your
know. I feel like I'm always here. I don't take breaks. I don't go on vacation. Just here.
Blake will be back next week.
Fuck
Dooley, it's early. Dooley, what are your social medias?
You can always find me. We're gonna keep this real cute, real simple. It's linktree.com/Dooley__noted. That's it. Everything you ever want to know is there.
Okay, that's right. Go ahead and find Dooley, especially there. That is in the description down below, especially with everybody else's links as well. If you want to follow them on their social media pages, like a thirst trap, enjoy something very
There were
You
some fun
know,
photos last week. Those were
all right.
fun. I got a lot of engagement.
We'll continue that engagement. We love that word.
Hmm.
All right. So let's go ahead and bring in this next one here, child. Listen, someone's lighting us right in this room. All right. A chest will do a chocolate drop. Yes, boo. Rain on them. Not no Ariana or Lady Gaga. It's Justin Rain.
Hey y'all, I missed
Hey
y'all
y'all,
so.
girl. Hey friends. Hey friends. Hey.
Now y'all see, I was super respectful when he did his, but you see, there isn't respect on both sides, and I'm just gonna say that this young man has now, set a precedent for what will happen today. But hey, everyone, I miss you all so much. You guys can find me on Twitter at Rain RAYNE_Justin. On Instagram at Justin.Rain, or you can find out all the other things I'm doing at justinrain.com/links. And I missed you all so much. I've been on a hiatus building a body, building a statue to be worshipped by many white men and others. But yeah, I'm back. I'm back with a vengeance, and come get with the stuff.
Are y'all in the same? Y'all in the same house, right?
And you see the lighting is drastically
Right.
different, but
I was like, wait. The
I,
lighting is totally
but
different.
I told her to turn towards the light. Maria didn't want to turn towards the light,
This is
so
not
she
my
was.
home. This is not my home.
No,
This is
I
not my
told
home.
you.
I did not
I
say
told
that.
you. I told him to turn towards the light, Julie. No, you see, he's in front of a window, y'all, and he's intentionally choosing to not look at the window. So I cannot help
She
y'all.
set me up. She set me up, but it's cute or whatever. Whatever. I'm muted.
It's a setup. We literally are sitting in front of the same window. This man is he's attacking me. So I'm doing the best I can with what I got. I just came back for my little guest moment, trying to be positive and say hello. And he came with negativity. So back to you all in the studio.
All right. So that was wonderful and seen. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate you, Justin, for tuning in. Dooley, hold it together. Please don't flick anybody off. I can be demonetized for that. Thanks. With that being
Sorry,
said,
friend.
child, I'm like, this. Now, I'm going to keep it clear and I'm going to keep it cute because obviously everybody came from somewhere today. And apparently, can't be responsible for anyone's throats, tongues, or whatever comes out of it. Trust, I'm not going to be. That's why this disclaimer is shown right now. With this program, it is for entertainment purposes only. The content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Matty Rants and program participants are so their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be a pute. And if you feel uncomfortable after viewing this, you got to consume some Mativia at the dragqueenmerch.com store and have just that good poot. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. So, what we're going to go ahead and do is start up this show today. We're going to go down through Drag Race Philippines first. I'm not going to go through the whole episode. That's what my review is for. We're going to get to that runway, and then we're going to get to Untucked and talk about that drama, and then push on through to Canada's Drag Race. Talk about a great runway, but then that lip sync. Also, Celebrity Drag Race will low-key be dragged by us today, and then Megan Thee Stallion had a little confrontation with Naomi that then led to an apology that led to some people saying, was it necessary or not? That will be in Hot Topics today. All right, here we go.
Runways Philippines was really good. I enjoyed it. I just finished it.
Which one? Philippines?
Yeah, episode 2. It was really good.
Amazing starter of a season, I must say. Amazing starter of a season. Also, Canada, they've been having a great run this season as well.
It's the drag in Philippines for me. I'm like, oh my God, everyone's pretty. Oh my God.
They've got energy in Philippines. Let me be clear. The girls got energy for the face. Okay, they got energy for the looks. These girls are thinking out of the box over at Philippines. Okay.
And it's like the pretty one saying that the other pretty one is ugly, even though that one's pretty and this one's pretty too. But then that one over there is beautiful. And it's like, what the
fuck? All the pretty bitches fighting, but everybody's pretty.
I'm like even like Lady Morgana, she's like, let me talk about your makeup. I'm like, girl, she was eating in this red. I'm sorry. Like everything was I can't.
I'm Team Brigadine. I'm sorry. I'm Team Brigadine.
You're here for the mess? You're here for
I'm here for her shenanigans. I'm here for her shenanigans. Yes, I'm here for the shenanigans.
Because all that girl is doing. Ooh,
That baby walked up to
Yeah,
her after they walked.
I'm not Team Fiercelicious. I'm sorry, I can't deal with that child.
Really?
I'm not dealing with children. I'm not dealing
Okay.
with children in 2022.
Let's go ahead and pull this up and give it right where it needs to be. Fierce, we'll get to you in a second. I live for that runway, but we'll talk about it. Philippines first, just to go through the episode. I want to get each of y'all's personal takes before we get to the runway. Of course, we've got Paolo Ballesteros. Khaled Karen is one of the judges. Jiggly Caliente, friend to the panel, who I was so proud of my sister. And then this bit, ooh, that's a great judge right there. I got to ask questions. I want to hear from Dooley first on this one, like just judges panel. What was your take on this, friend?
I'm actually very entertained. And like, so last week we kind of got on the judges from Canada where it was like, girl, you're saying things that don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Philippines, they are getting into these girls. They are actually like watching and like critiquing in a way that I think is helpful. I was entertained. Like it just is.
I'm here. I'm there. I love it. While I'm pulling in the entrance looks and going to Jamar, pull off your ASMR real quick, friend. What was the entrance looks giving you, friend?
Oof.
Not oof. Why was that the word?
I mean, most of them were good. I do remember, like, Marina's was one of my favorites, but homegirl that came in the towel.
You weren't living for that iconic moment of.
I was like, she really pulled that off and came in a towel.
You better let Polly live.
And it stayed like the whole time.
Let Polly ascend.
It was the wet hair and was like oh, I'm sorry. Like I let me get ready. Now we're done. Like that was kind of puss for me. I'm sorry.
It was like real and then towel. It is just a towel, not a bedazzled towel, not a
just a regular towel.
Vinyas. That's what I call her. Vinyas. She's giving. Oh, Prince, you walked in giving, child, but later on it's gonna be a mess. Brigadine came in cute too. Everybody was. I was like, oh, this is kind of. Okay.
Silhouette would. She was. Never mind. She used the same. She looked exactly the same throughout both.
You talking about the bone straight?
Bones, the exact same face, hair, makeup, everything. It's exactly the same.
They already nodded to season 5 of Listen Edwards and Coco Montrese just in this moment. Like, oh, we're about to have it, which this drama proceeded throughout the episode, which we'll get to untuck later because, there we go. But I liked it. This was a cool first start to the episode. I thought they did a nice little, picture, all that set. Y'all, I'm pushing through. I'm pushing. Let's get the runway. What do we give this look?
Not the speed.
I'm telling you. Because I know we're going to talk a lot today, and I'm like, no, we're not even going to play this. We're not even going to play the radio. This look itself, representing the flag for Philippines, just full stunning. Justin, does it rain? Or is it
if we're just doing 2 in boots, I like the idea, but I don't like the execution, like completely. Because my thing is like you're a host, and this gives me like what a contestant would execute, and this would be an amazing execution for a contestant to me. I mean, it's a soft 2. I'm gonna give it a soft 2 because I think it's a great execution, but not a great execution for a host. Like comparing this to what Nikki brought me every week, comparing this to what Brooklyn has been bringing me this season for sure. Not previous seasons, maybe not, but this just feels like what a contestant could bring me, and definitely what Trinity the Tuck could bring me. So it just doesn't feel like what a host. It doesn't feel powerful. It's beautiful, like beyond, but yeah.
Okay. Listen, Justin, I understand Justin's point. Listen, it's a soft toot for him. I say a high value toot, top shelf a little bit. But I liked it, but I hear you. Trinity could definitely be the host of Drag Race Swamp, or possibly Floribama. Yep, Floribama Shore. There you go. That's gonna be the spinoff for all of it. Past the judges on the left hand side, Khaled Karen is one of my favorite judges now. I live for her. Jiggly. All right, bitch. Okay. Proud of my sister. Come on,
that
team.
bitch is gorgeous. I'm sorry. Jiggly, gorgeous. Money.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely giving pose. She's a working actress.
Then
The-
residuals kicked in, and Mama was like,
Did you see her tweet
"Baby."
about the residual?
what was that? What was that again?
I said then residuals kicked in, and Mama was like, "Let me roll up to the party."
Okay. She's currently in the Philippines right now. Pop Fernandez was one of the guest judges. It was a good panel, but it was a talent show that they did. Were we feeling a talent show, C. Diggy?
From what I remember, because I watched the first one last night, but yeah, I liked it a lot.
Any performances that stood out to you?
Keep scrolling.
It wasn't this one.
I'm thinking it was. Maybe
It still keeps scrolling for me though.
It wasn't this one.
I think it was more so in the beginning.
What happened? This is unfortunate. I don't like that wig.
It was the faces for me
The
during that.
first
performance.
episode isn't fresh with me, but yeah.
I like this performance. I thought Minty Fresh.
Fresh.
Yeah, Minty
Her.
ate. Mm-hmm. Minty was good. I also like Vinyas Deluxe with her comedy routine. I thought it was funny. It was very the same parts, but funny.
I appreciate though, of all things, like these girls have personality, and it feels like they're showing up to actually do Drag Race, while many of these girls show a personality, but it's like it feels like there's a legend or a key, and they're trying to follow this like pre-planned personality. And I love these girls because they're just being them.
I agree with that. Dooley's on the money here. It's also fun to see people who have watched the other franchises and they're self-aware, but it's also not them feeling like they're producing themselves. I'll get to Untucked. But it felt honest just with the conversations that were going on here. Even Down Under, I need to give this credit to. I've been enjoying this season and I'm ready for whatever happens next week because that fight I'm ready for. I'm ready for that fight. I'll talk about that tomorrow. Bitch, I hope King Kong goes off on her.
That's the only person that I want to watch. I want to watch King Kong, and that's it.
Yeah, like to me, like Queen Kong and who like
I like Hanaconda, Stanky Jackson.
But Hanaconda is a racist, so I can't really forgive that.
Well, she's not a racist.
She's done racist things. She's done racist things.
She's talked about it, Justin. She's already come out, had a full.
I think that's wonderful
about
growth. My space for that, my personal space for
and
that.
That's
and
fine,
I'm gonna speak individually.
We're not going to call her. Understand?
That's why I'm correcting myself. She's done some things, yes, in the past. But she's phenomenal. She's a phenomenal performer. Phenomenal makeup. Phenomenal looks.
Mm-hmm. Jamar, what were you saying, baby?
I was gonna say I'm kind of sad that Minnie's gone. I was enjoying watching her and like her whole take on the Drag Race challenges from like that era of drag. I mean, we still have Spanky, but I don't know. I enjoyed Minnie, but I think we need to put Ellen DeGeneres on like the list of people to just never do again.
Minnie should just never do Ellen again. I'm just gonna. That was oof. That was.
Put her over there with Katy Perry and Beyonce. Just never do them.
Orville Peck was a choice, but we'll go there.
Exactly, Matthew. Like Orville Peck, like you don't see his face. What?
I thought to myself, what about Orville Peck?
That man doesn't speak. Isn't his whole thing about anonymity and not being known?
Like I know him because Jada Essence Hall was in a car in his video. No shade.
No shade. And didn't she have that whole like little leopard cow print little thing? And we just saw her for them 2 moments with her foot hanging off.
And it was like, oh, well, she was in the car. And we was like, well, she was in the car.
Right. We were so happy she was in that car in that video.
I mean, she was in the car with like, Chi-Chi and Vita, talk to the man. You speak on, all that. We wasn't there, Caught myself before that was done. But listen, I like Prince, but this was kind of bullshit. And I was like, baby, you went from burlesque to she ate the shoes, Marina's face, and then she pulled it out. It was like, well, I guess we're watching this happen. But Prince is lovely. Would y'all consider this a talent? No shade, because I enjoyed Silhouette's story, but I was like, this isn't a talent.
I was confused.
I was
If
like,
somebody can stand on stage and throw baloney at a judge,
Huh.
What's the barometer? We're just saying, what's the barometer for talent?
we have cleared the atmosphere and there is no gravity. Bitch,
She did just kind of do
not duly saying something that feels like Sandra Bullock being thrown around in space. Like, oh my god.
she adopted a whole nigga and got an Emmy, Oscar.
What's this queen's name again? I'm sorry.
I'll be glad to tell you, Chris,
It's Vanilla Luzon.
as soon as I press this button real quick.
Okay.
And now that people can read this wonderful group of words that I've attached together because Matt needs to pay rent, I will continue on. Thank you for being here. We love you all. We love everybody. It's Silhouette, not Aubrey Have. John, shut up.
Silhouette. Yes.
I have not lied. I have not lied. I said facts. I don't know.
She has such an interesting.
I stated facts too. Wait a second. That woman has done racist things in the past. We will not.
It's Silhouette.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, look at me skipping through a whole episode. Matthew, I know. Da 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 da. Whether they've done racist things or not, we don't call them racist because right now they're not doing racist things. They're trying to be better. We got to be better on that, unless it's otherwise shown differently. I understand how you feel, but I'm not going to carry that narrative with this, right? We're going to talk about Drag Race Philippines. Gigi era, you had a fan. That's the best thing we had with this one. I low-key saw my good sister from season, I don't even remember, Mercedes Iman Diamond in this one. But there you go.
I felt like she was there, but it was like, okay, so like we got a fan, we got a little movement.
I'm nervous for her. Yeah,
it never really fully progressed to I feel like it was like a mini challenge talent. It wasn't a full maxing challenge presentation.
Right. I agree. It was definitely lighting and wind where the a bastard amber was the best effect here. Precious Paula Nicole, I did enjoy this dance. I thought it was beautiful. I'm never going to have critiques for something I don't have any reference or knowledge to. I'm not going to be that guy. Now, this runway, though, was based off a traditional Filipino dress and the styling of it. First up is Marina Summers. Justin, what were we giving this look?
It's great. She looks phenomenal. I love it.
She's a beautiful woman.
Leg.
Tuck. It's the tuck for me. I'm like, child, okay. So people were saying she looks like Georges. Is she?
George's energy.
We're not doing this. We are not putting every petite person of color in the Georges category. We are not doing that. No. She looks like her. Let that be.
Thank you. Because they're like, that's Georges, Philippines. I'm like,
every small person that is Latinx and or Filipino, we are not doing this.
But also even the mug too, like the mug and everything. It's like, girl, no, like, and also
it's totally different. And Georges does that like little like rosy nose thing, and yeah, no, it's totally different. I 1000% agree. Just because she uses dark hair too, she's petite.
She made better clothes for the design challenge too, but
she
Bridget
made clothes. Pause. She made clothes. Pause. Georgia had her wardrobe 3 weeks ahead of time. Rolled up and was like, "Well,
underwear,
garments. What?
My bra's not gonna cut it." No, I like George's, but
y'all put $2 under my pussy every week.
What do we think of Brigading's look? I thought this was really good. This is kind of fire.
Very lovely. Very lovely.
Hi, too.
I love the colors. Just oozes lux. Yeah, Brigading is kind of a threat. I think the girls are worried too while she messy. I'm like, ooh, but she do bring it though. So it's not like she's busted reading people.
I think it's that cockiness. I think
Mm.
like her cockiness could get in the way, to your point when I was like, yeah, like I'm a big fan of her. But I think her cockiness could get in the way if she doesn't keep that perspective, kind of like Violet. I feel like Violet was cocky in her season, but she still kept perspective that it's like, okay, like I can fail. Like I'm not a perfect individual. So hopefully she keeps that perspective.
Yeah, because if it reaches the judges, and we've seen that already happen on the second episode. Well, when I was backstage and we were, I said, hold up, we're talking. Oh, Rue never does that. So I was like, okay, perfect, good. Hold these bitches accountable. Hold on, Turing. What do we think of this one?
I like her.
No.
She's wearing.
Gowns, beautiful gown.
Exactly what C Diggy said. I love her. I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't think
The
that's
baby, she
I want
turned
to see Diggy. Yeah, I'm gonna see Diggy. Love the personality, hate the look. Like Shayla's on LaRue. I feel like her in Canada. I felt the same way. Love the person, hate the look.
Oof, that
sleeve.
that was her whole entirety. Live for her. But I was like, ooh, every time she stepped out, what is that?
Yeah.
It doesn't fit.
Though.
Oh, we'll get there. Woo!
Steak. Ate her up.
And I mean, thank you, Jamar. Someone was like, it was close. I was like, baby.
No, it wasn't.
Baby.
No, it wasn't.
She turned, it was done. Like, they were saying this was low-key giving if Marge had money and married the right one. If she married Marty,
yes.
what was that dude's name?
Yes.
Eva LaQueen. I thought this was sickening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite one on the runway.
Very
This is very well
Agreed.
together.
This was not number one too.
Shocked
Like
she didn't
look
pick
at
any.
look at this. Like
How
the
did she not win?
the styling,
Well,
the
it's
wigs, the
technically-
makeup.
It's a little bit more Western than the traditional dress, which was their comments about it, which is why it wasn't the winner. But they still said it was beautiful. It just was more Westernized than what they were looking for with the look. But I was like, that chartreuse has never looked better. Like,
Y'all see a little bit of Tisha Campbell in her face.
I don't see Tisha, but this
Only
is
from this
Marge
angle.
after she won the lottery and got rid of Homer. Like,
They-
maybe,
Yeah, does it not give Marge Simpson? And she just needs
I don't
those
get Marge
pearls.
Simpson.
It gives like Marge high fashion on the runway. Like if Marge actually like got her stuff together or hired a stylist or something, and she said, I'm gonna be a baddie for the night. I could totally see
Thank
Marge looking
you.
like this.
That was the point earlier. Artie Ziff is the guy she would have married, and this is the money she would have had.
oh,
Yeah, if she didn't marry Homer and she married Artie, and basically Artie died and she took all the money. Lady Morgana is next.
boo.
Damn.
I like the outfit. I just didn't like the hair. It was very Srimala.
Her face is
Rajesh
very
Khanna.
old maiden. It does not forgive anything that she has on. I have to boo her.
I don't think she can help that, can she?
See, Diggy,
Oh my god.
if you don't pick the shovel to dig your hole, okay. Oh my god. It was Dooley had started.
Come on, Charlie was here for all of 3 weeks, bitch, and was half her age. Don't do this.
Well,
We
I
also
like
live in a world where Joe Black exists.
You know what is happening today? Where is this button?
Not Joe Black. I forgot about this, but correct. Candy Ho came for her neck the entire first episode, and she went on. We love her.
I'm moving on. I have to. Run, Matthew.
It's a two.
First time that lady was on screen.
I liked it. I just hated the wig. I loved the outfit. I just hated the wig. That was all.
Yeah, what is that? Is that hair on her head?
I assumed a bowling ball, and
Right.
lots of
Paper mache or something.
Diggy,
Yeah.
if you wouldn't look like Yzma, just say that.
you know what?
I mean, Yzma's iconic.
Yzma is that girl. Yzma, don't disrespect her like that. Because
Get off
Yzma
my
would never
tweet.
come out like that.
I was
Yzma would
watching
never
it
come
last
out like
night.
that. Yzma would never come out in a loaf that looked like that. Don't
Okay,
do her.
bitch. She's gonna have a big giant ostrich feather on top.
And it would be purple. A lavender cut would be also
Hear
too.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Hear that?
Rest in peace.
Fugalama!
I was watching it last night on Freeform. Good put me right to bed.
You're lying. You're lying. You really watched it last night?
That's why I tweeted it
Friend.
last night because I was like, bitch, after my date, I was like, oh my God, Empress New Groove is on.
Oh,
Um,
girl, I know what I'm watching tonight.
because I saw that Dragon Ball superhero movie yesterday
How was it?
Where? Where did you watch
Oh,
it?
at
okay.
the movie theater. I saw it at Studio
You
Movie
saw?
Grill.
Is
You
it?
did?
It's in the theaters. Oh, it was really good. Like I highly, bitch.
Really?
Like
Is that
everyone was
good? Because I was on
clapping
the
and
fence.
ah,
I was gonna watch it, and they have that like XD or whatever, that like
yeah.
special like experience. You can like
I
feel the
would go
wave.
watch it that way. That would be the best way to watch it based on
Come
how
on,
I saw
Dooley,
it.
let's go watch it.
Yeah. I will say they give you a little backstory in the beginning in case you're like, what part of the timeline does this fall on for Dragon Ball? They tell you a little, by the way, we're here. And it's like, okay, got it. So, and shit was canon. So I was like, okay, work.
I hate the fact that I started watching Dragon Ball back in like 1994, and
Mhm.
the story is still. Baby, wrap this shit up. They're giving us that One Piece treatment. Nobody's watching 900 episodes to get caught up, baby.
I think why I liked it too is because Piccolo was given like full main character story and Gohan was like
Piccolo was
supporting.
the first black dad. He raised a whole nigga that wasn't here.
Oh, and they did Piccolo right. Oh, I was like,
I might have to do that tonight.
I was so hyped how they did Piccolo, but Gohan too. That last part was like everyone got up the theater and was screaming, like, yes! It was insane. I was like, this is kind of cool. But yeah, I recommend seeing it. It was pretty good. Like, I don't like Dragon Ball movies, but that one I would recommend. Minty Fresh. This was. I need to hear Justin's take on this. I want you. What is Minty Fresh?
Y'all know we've seen this like a million times, right?
Oh.
Y'all know we've seen this like a million times, right? So, do you want my opinion about the idea, about the just the silhouette that we've seen a million times? Yes, it looks great. It was great the first time we saw it. I can't give you like cool points to give you like points, Minty. I'm sorry for doing something that we've seen so many times before. I actually do love the hair and the fullness of it. That actually was one thing that I did enjoy. I like I kind of like the cuts that it feels like feathers more than any other material that I've seen kind of with something similar done like this before. This looked the most like feathers, like true feathers, like real like bird feathers. Now that is what I will give compliments to. It felt super lifelike, but other than that, it just felt done before.
I would have come to her defense and be like, we've seen it before, but not everybody can do it well.
Okay.
Not on this level. I will say this is probably like the best I've ever seen it. I want to be clear and say, like I said, the feathers look lifelike, the hair a 10. This is probably the best we've ever seen it.
What about you, C Diggy? What about you? How do you feel about this look? Was it fresh?
I loved it. I mean, what other queens have done this? I mean, just for example, like two.
How many paper? I mean, we can go back to the paper challenge in season 8. We've definitely seen this in Naomi. Yeah, like we've seen like paper versions of this, maybe not feather versions, and that's why I say I love the like lightness of the feathers. But yeah, we've seen this.
Okay. I personally found this gorgeous, and she sold it for me. It felt very ad campaign, and she's about to hold some perfume at the end of a runway. It was giving that for me.
Perfume ad,
Yeah, very only one word spoken in this commercial. Say and then we just move from there. Okay. Venus Deluxe is next.
Boo.
Damn.
Was she in
I
the
like
last?
this.
She was like a Frank's nursery. This is a boo. It's just too much.
I didn't mind this.
I didn't mind this either.
This is the Labor Day sale at Home Depot in about 2 weeks. No, it's a boo. It's too much. It's too congested.
I've seen worse.
That don't mean it's not a boot.
I thought this was fabulous.
I can't believe this.
What don't you like about it?
It's literally too congested. I feel like I'm on a lodge. No, it's too much. Edit. You gotta back up. It's too much. It's too much.
Too much for a drag queen?
Girl, don't do me. Yes. Absolutely. Don't do this. Don't do this, Biggie. Don't do this.
Oh, there's a lot of things I don't want done right now.
We've dragged several girls over the last year and a half for having too much. Come on, Fran.
I disagree.
Respectfully.
Well, I love it.
Yeah,
She
just
was
sad.
giving. She
The
was
skirt
giving.
is a little plain Jane, but I mean, I love the bodice and everything. You know.
I love it from the waist up.
Hmm.
This is the yassified version of fucking Midsummer. She's been yassified. This is the same shit, girl. No, it's a boo.
It was inspired by a sunflower festival they have out there. But okay. Oh, now this I can see the dragons coming, but if you're gonna defend it, I'd be
It's
surprised.
a boo. Bitch Puddin wants her royalties. Bitch Puddin wants her royalties. It's a boo.
It just wasn't executed right.
Those
Y'all texting each other hard.
The shoes. I mean, the makeup looks great.
Yeah, I was about to say that, but maybe she should have closed this like the.
I thought you liked this, Diggy. What happened?
I didn't say I like this. I said I like the makeup, and this execution is just kind of off.
I think her nude suit underneath it is a little bit baggy, and you can
Right,
even see
that's
the
true.
imprint of her corset down there.
And get the shoe.
Oh, I'm sure it's there.
I don't. Do we have to?
I'm sure
like-
it's there.
We do.
I know you did it.
Boo,
Okay.
boo.
I said, I know it's
Boo. Somebody's kissing Yetta, girl.
It's homecoming, and she didn't go to the right store because her mom doesn't love her like that.
Did she
Just
make those?
no.
She went to the white homecoming. She didn't go to the black homecoming.
I just
She
was
boo.
like, baby, I was like, you couldn't have lost weight from that bodysuit that you were wearing underneath from the moment you walked into the door to this episode when y'all filmed immediately, because that was baggy on top of this outfit. It just, Prince is pretty, so this kind of sucked. It was like, ugh, like you're beautiful, but
Very that Mia. It's very Sadie Hawkins.
Ooh.
They are fighting the Demogorgon under the school right now, baby. That's what this looks like.
Silhouette. It
She
was
just has such a fascinating look to her. She gives like evil Mariah Carey.
wait.
Every time I see her, I just always think about Morticia. Like, what is Morticia gonna do next? Like, she gives me like strong, like Morticia vibes. Like,
She gives me, I have a big house. Nothing is apartment like of this hair or the way she poses.
yeah, she has all the money. She has all of my money. I don't.
It's a
even
long driveway.
Not the storm.
I don't need this. My husband has 2 jobs.
Yes. What was the girl from season 1 of Flavor of Love? What was her name? Red Shrimp. What was her name? Red Oyster.
Her name is Red Oyster.
Red Oyster. She gives
Oh
me
my
Red
God,
Oyster
not
energy.
Red Oyster. From
Oh, so
Flavor
she-
of Love.
Not she
Yeah.
gonna snitch.
She was a reporter. She was bringing back out. She was a bone collector.
Didn't she have a man or something at the end of it?
She had a husband.
Yeah, didn't she get caught? She had a husband. Yeah, she had a whole husband.
That was like half the cast for season 1. It was like,
Yes,
oh, by the
that
way.
girls was trifling. That was just actresses trying to get a break.
But I did like the tribute to the paper dolls on the back. Gigi, I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna
Boo.
pass this one real
This
quick.
was
'cause
an
Boo.
I did like
Boo.
the wig though. The wig I thought was fabulous.
She looked like Vicky Winans at the Stellar Award.
Vicky Winans.
I'm just hold on, Julie. Give me a second. I can't get my shoulders back up.
She showed up to get her award, and that's it.
It's the Stellar Awards for me.
And you know them in Vegas, girl. You know them the Ghetto What's Awards of all the awards.
And you know that's what they would wear in Vegas too. Something real light and shiny. Just very,
Sure would.
very shimmer shimmer.
Who's
I-
got the keys to my
I did love Precious Paula Nicole's look. I thought it was really cool.
It was no pressure.
I like this. I like this a lot. I love the headpiece.
Not Kathy Hilton's Precious. Go on, Kathy. What time is it? We're 44 in. Oh, we have a lot to talk about today. The runway was fabulous, everybody. I'm gonna move so fast. You don't even know it. We honestly, I'll give it to Lady Morgana. She ate Prince up and she didn't even do a lot. And Also, I do like how with their staging, they do this extra special lighting or whatever, where it seems like it's not with Drag Race, where it's like only one light goes, wee. No, they're like, we're going to put some special effects. We're going to add to the song. Somebody thought about it. So it made it fun. But Lady Morgana beat Prince. Prince is out. Wait, a clip-on bang, just so y'all know. Yep, that happened. It is a ball. It's a giant ball of hair. Okay, let's move to episode 2. They had to do a design challenge. Of course, Untucked drama, blah, 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 blah. Polls are won. Things are done. People made things. Now, let's get to Paolo.
Notice how they made things. I really appreciate that.
And it was unconventional at that, even though the person had 15 seconds before them.
I love when a drag queen can actually do drag queen skills. I love it. It's my fave.
That's why I can't get into Secret Celebrity Drag Race.
Blue.
I'm really
they
gonna
always
talk
they
about
rigging
it.
that shit. I saw half episode. I said,
Dooley, when I say, what is the point? And where's
To
this
me-
budget for the regular season?
Season 2 to me is worse than season 1 because at least in season 1, the judges actually actively participated in you like becoming whatever version of a drag queen you became. Now it's like we just gonna pick like the 3 like most popular in our opinion drag queens, and we're gonna say they helped you just for likes and just for like shares.
I don't like the audience either. I don't like the
Yeah,
audience.
the audience. It's just I don't know.
This
it
is
just
them when
feels-
someone's lip syncing. Yeah. Like, why y'all standing up?
Everything feels like a number one, even when it's bad. And it just feels like a knockoff of the Masked Singer. And I know that's like the inspiration, but it feels too close to that and not original.
Oh,
and y'all know I love the Masked Singer. Matt knows this. I watch every
and you know this is a
good
knockoff.
show.
But Justin, it's the Masked Singer meets lip sync battle with LL Cool J and what's her face always crying? John Legend's wife.
Chrissy Teigen, yeah, Chrissy, yeah.
So
it's like
what's the point of this? And then also, let's be very clear, that is a scripted television program, ladies and gentlemen. The beginning,
you can tell
the 3 come out, it's a full like, girl, this
you
is
can
script.
tell they sound like they're like 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna wait my second for you to say you're a line. 2 seconds for you to say you're a line.
I tried. I did. And Daniel Franzese, we know it's you. We know it's you.
Also, girl from Glee, she definitely did not try to hide herself. She wanted you to know who she was. Miss Mama's at the end, Miss Goodies, whatever. Wasn't that the song she did? Goodies. Yeah.
I was like, baby.
Girl, she wanted you to know Miss Italian Mama Sama, Miss Chicken Parm, and Miss Goodies at the end. Them girls wanted you to know who they were. There was no mystery about that.
What is Chick LaFay? Like what like who like ew. I'm sorry. Okay, let me.
She said she was gonna represent y'all gays. She said she was gonna stand up against them.
We'll get there. I had to start talking about because it's on
Can
my
I just
mind.
say that I'm bothered that somebody is always trying to represent me and I didn't ask for that?
Ooh.
There's always some white bitch. I don't want you to represent me. Back up.
Paolo looks lovely here. Justin, is this better than the first week?
Yes, it is. Shut up, y'all not gonna bring this over because Dooley is saying a lot with this.
I'm just moving. I'm just moving the bus. That's all I'm trying to do.
The butterfly is beautiful because I started off with some mess, so I apologize. I'm gonna definitely be a part of the moving it forward train. So yes, we love the butterflies. We love the look. Let's move forward as a family, as a unit. We are a family like a giant tree.
There's always some unqualified bitch that want to rep for the homosexuals. We did not ask for none of this, girl.
Dooley, we said we were moving forward.
I love that Dooley was still on the thread and he was like,
I'm tired. I don't want you to represent me. Where the niggas at? It's never Kelly Rowland. It's always some other girl.
When love takes over.
Yeah.
All right. I couldn't find the play button. I'm sorry, y'all. Kyla Karen was pretty. I like her a lot.
Here comes Candace Cameron Bure. I want to make sure that I didn't ask you, Candace. Go sit down, baby. I didn't ask for that. Thank you. Have a seat.
Let's start with Minty Fresh first. What do we think of this look?
Soft tooth.
Willow,
I like
no thrill.
it.
Yeah, I'll follow
This is a
I'll
great
follow C Diggies, and overall, out of everything overall that I saw, I have to give this a soft two based off overall what I saw. It does give me a little bit like Thanksgiving, a little cornucopia. It is giving me a little bit of that, and that's that's triggering for me. You know,
It's this
colonization is
corner right here,
triggering.
huh? It's this
Yeah, it's that corner.
right
It's giving me
That's all. That's
that
all.
there.
corner screams colonization. But you know, but we're gonna take it and we're gonna move forward. And
I like how
soft
she
two.
made this skirt look like a basket of flowers. That's
Yeah,
sitting right
so I
here.
like the concept. I actually love the design of this, and I like the way
Yeah.
she placed the flowers. Yeah,
Ooh, the wig
and
too.
it gives editing. Yes, I do love the wig. Gives me like Blackpink. Like if you didn't tell
See,
me, I almost would have thought that maybe this was a person in the group Blackpink. Like I could see this like a little bit from video because it's giving fierce. I'm not gonna lie. From like if you just look for a second and don't really get into the detail, it's cute.
this is the kind of mullet that I like, that I wish I could see Brooklyn do, because it's actually not, you know, like my dog just finished his, you know, bath at PetSmart, and you know, we're on the way home with a new bandana. I prefer this one over that.
I like
If I'm
the
gonna get a
glove
mullet.
the outfit too.
Yeah, I like that. I thought it was hot. Also, I love how the stage looks right now. Like, oh, it's kind of like a fever dream. Brigadine is next. She thought she should have been the top for this. Do you agree?
She thought wrong.
That face, though. The face, I think,
Oh
should
I
be
mean,
the top.
I don't see anything wrong.
My girl
My
is delusional. I'm not gonna lie, my girl is delusional, but that face can't be denied.
It could never be, because the reason why it's that underwear was showing. That's why it didn't happen.
It was
her,
giving
baby.
Queen Kong episode 1.
We can dock her points for the underwear, baby, but you cannot say this is not stunning.
It's beautiful.
It's
just
from the front.
Yeah, there we go. From the front, I think it's great.
I
when
don't
she
trust
turns
him. He be
around.
going up for Nicole Page, bro. I'm muting.
I
Well,
like it from right
Girl.
here. Yeah, that's great. But all together, I'm just like,
real monsters.
Do you think that the addition of the like extra like the extras here like added to the look and like the feeling of the looks? Because I feel like without the like additions of the people, I may not even have been like as into some of these looks as I would have been. Because it's kind of like the palm trees and the aesthetic of the man. You kind of like, oh, okay, transform me to the place. And the background, it kind of like puts you like it makes you want to be more, I guess, embracing of these looks or some of them.
Yeah, because they had to do those archways too, because that's a part of the festival that normally when it's done, when they have the escorts that take them out, and those archways they had to design with what they had left over. And I agree, that added to the look. Like with that one, it's a little bit bare, but then when we get to Brigadine, even though let's say she didn't have the best in the back, this is a nice reef up top. This is very full.
Yeah, that was kind of my point. Brigadine's kind of like her archway really impacted kind of like my reception of her look.
Mm-hmm. It's going to do that for a couple other ones too, because some of them, they didn't have enough stuff. But Briggs was good. Underwear though, hey undies, get that man some different shoes. Chop.
Boo.
Yeah.
Mimi, I'm first. I just guess what movie we did.
the sad day for drag.
You know,
Mother Love, girl.
I love
This is horrible. I can't even give like nothing positive about it.
What do you love though, Jamar? Because I
Who
heard
said
you
that?
say the
Who
word.
said that?
Jamar
Who
was
said
saying
that?
it.
Who said that, Matt? Who said
specifically
that?
about the outfit. What I was going to say is I love the overall story arc of how Corazon was talking about the next person coming in was going to be the first person to go home, and it was the person that wore her out. That's what I love.
I think the bouquet of flowers she's holding is nice.
She looked like the angry island from Moana.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Shout out to JMCL on my Cash App. Thank you, baby, for the tip. I'm trying to digest duly. And Eleanor as well for being the host with the absolute most. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to move forward before another Disney joke is referenced. Precious Paula Nicole is up next. I was not.
It's so precious. Who's
That's-
gonna love me since you know everything with all your fancy degrees?
It's definitely not the same person. But I'm gonna say that I was surprised this was in the top, even though it was cute. I thought it was
I was
cute.
surprised too, friend.
I was like, this is cute.
The
But
only way I could see this is maybe like the cleanness of it, like kind
It
of
is.
like I guess like the choice. I guess it gives like not heavy hand, but like a very like I guess like an intentional hand. It
mhm.
could give that energy off, like, oh yeah, I chose to not like overdo it, and I really thought about it. But
Undies are
also,
covered too.
yeah, that's true,
Mm,
friend. But I
mm.
don't like this like piece of fabric that like that skirt that kind of like just floats in the back. This random fabric, I could have did without that. Actually, it feels unnecessary.
Probably trying to give it a little volume, but I agree with that statement. It's pretty though. It's
It's when Guardian Levio, nah.
sure.
I don't even care. Boo.
We're so glad you don't, clearly. GG era.
Boo.
Unfinished.
That's okay. Any other words? Boot
They did not,
unfinished.
her garment is not finished, friend.
See,
I mean-
Dickie, did you just cheer this woman on for finishing her garment just for finishing? Did you just give this girl 2 points? Did you just give this girl 2 points for finishing?
No,
Ooh, good
No,
job,
he
girl.
said unfinished. He said
Oh, I thought you said, "Ooh, she finished." I was about to fall out.
no.
I'm not that.
No, I thought you was really reading this poor girl. I was like, damn.
I just want to know how Jocelyn Fox's necklace found its way all the way over there. It's the same one.
You need to go to the corner. You need to go to the corner and have a conversation with yourself in the mirror. Because why you bring that woman back? Why you summon her back?
Like,
She's had peace.
you
She's
know
had
that
peace in her
distinctive
heart.
jewelry too.
No,
It's like
we know because it's too much and it's unnecessary. There's
I
too
don't
many
need a
pieces.
chest or a neck. Bam! Like it's I,
It's too much, Jesus. It's too much.
oh god. I love Gigi though. I just don't think this is her era.
But boy, did she have a compelling story in the mirror.
Candy Ho's 5 o'clock shadow did a better job than this. This is the boo.
King's Effect 1, thanks for the super chat. Out of all the things I hear when I come back to, I hear that. Miss y'all, you gotta tell me what point was heard, child, because a lot of things have been thrown at the wall today, so I gotta hear it. GG! I wish you had flowers too, because they all went on your arch up top. All that's paper and a couple little ones that are sprinkled. Oh,
Do you see this? Do you see this? Is wait, go back.
that
Do you see this?
necklace is so
This is
atrocious.
unfortunate. This is so unfortunate.
She's pretty. This is not for her. She deserves better. Yeah, she deserves better. I'm gonna start using that. They deserve better.
I love it. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Marina Summers.
This is kind of basic.
Boo.
I'll be real. When Brigadine kind of read her in the back for Untucked, I'll be honest with her. Yeah, baby, you got lucky. This is okay. Like it's not
This
even
is like a cha-cha wig.
I actually like the wig and the makeup. This just gives me kind of like, it gives me a Georges, it gives me Kimmy Couture. It's like, girl, you knew what you could do to get by.
Mm-hmm.
This
It's pretty.
is a walking Serena cha-cha wig. How dare you?
Color
That
palette.
wig is better than anything Serena Cha-Cha has ever created. Don't you give that girl that much? Because Serena Cha-Cha, that lace is blended. Serena Cha-Cha ain't never blended. All we seen was like powder and stuff. Don't you do that girl like that.
Carrier said otherwise, and we got the footage. So.
No, we know. Don't you give Serena that much. This wig look better than that.
I heard Mortal Kombat into that girl. I don't know.
Move on. Marina. Oh. Well,
She's Marina left the diamond.
I said it's a Scholastic book fair.
When your mama actually gave you $5, but you can go, and she spent the entire $4.99.
Or someone slingshot her into a Michael's.
No, baby, this is Hobby Lobby.
She's so pretty though. I do like Corazon. Like her mug is like whew, but there was pencils, there was
Her
thread.
garment looks like a Discovery Zone in construction.
Is that chicken wire?
Yeah.
Is that chicken wire?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Jamar. Okay.
You know,
Oh.
if Jamar agreed, that was the correct stuff. Jamar.
So I'm hoping
It'll
that
just wait
next
for her to get
week.
more out of lip sync. That's just waiting for her to get more out of lip sync.
I just hope next week Silhouette doesn't wear black again or red, and no shade to
will.
that. It's just
She will.
I'm like, okay, girl, and it's another one of these. Boop, it's just
She got a flat wig. She need to give us some body. She got these
Look
flat
at the
wigs ain't
bottom.
hitting, sis.
I know she was happy to be safe. That's fine. Eva LaQueen. I thought this look should have been in the top, personally.
I agree. I agree.
Oh yeah.
Oh, her face is just
The hair too. I thought the hair was paired really good. I could have done without the necklace because you had all that going on in the body.
the earrings
Opened it
too.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have done with like a lighter earring and necklace to actually open this up so we could get into this more. But this was number one.
Her
This was a good one.
nails. Oh, it's just so right. Go on, girl. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so pretty. Lady Morgana.
No.
It's too congested. It's too much. Edit.
It feels like Versace. A few too many things.
I say Rainforest Cafe.
Yes, very Rainforest Cafe. It is like that, like at noon though, like for the lunchtime show.
By the bathrooms.
But Justin, this is not Versace. This is Versace.
I said Versace. You know, Versace sometimes can do too much. Often they can do too much. I'll be honest.
It's Versace. It's Versace.
At the end of the day, she went down there and she didn't get what she intended to buy.
She bought it in the beauty supply.
Dooley, you don't even know I'm wearing a Versace shirt.
I saw.
We did actually see it. That's what put Versace on my mind when you stood up and you showed your shirt.
Because this show ain't gonna be no Versace shirt. I'll wear for this one, baby.
Girl, we ain't no girl.
I thought this was a bop. I really thought Venus kind of slayed. And this, come on, she's pretty.
I love this look.
So y'all are gonna drag me. I'm just gonna say I actually like this, and we're gonna see a girl later today that had a similar costume that I hated that may or may not have won a challenge.
I am obsessed with this look personally. Like, I really, really love this. And I could totally see this being redone, like on a grand scale. So to see someone do this, like with like minimal unconventional materials, I was like so with this, especially because she's a little thick. You know, she was working for the thick girls. I thought she really brought the silhouette out big. The neck, the choice of the details to not do too much. And then we were able to see the hair and the brightness of the face.
Wow.
Baby, baby, them brows and the brightness. Didn't it give you a little Valentina a little bit too, like the brightness of the face and that highlight?
In the family for sure, definitely in the family.
Not cousin, not sister. But
yeah,
cousin.
there you go.
Cousin, not sister.
Northern cousin.
But just the detail, like this was my number one this week.
But no, that I'm praising her and I'm dragging.
I'm trying to think who is the other one
It was
that you're talking
Spiritualicious.
about.
It's Spiritualicious. I don't like her.
I live
I
for
don't
her
like
outfit.
We're not on that show. We're not on that show.
I know. We're gonna get there.
And yeah, what I just did.
But I'm just establishing that there's gonna be an inconsistency. So I was priming the girls now for later. Thank you.
Lovely. Let's move on here. So past Venus Deluxe, we're gonna get into the lip sync itself because Venus won the episode for sure. The drama between Turing and Corazon escalated. They ended up in the bottom two together. And when I say this has to be one of my favorite lip syncs to see somebody cut somebody up in, I'm sorry, Corazon, she beat you up low key.
She beat that girl's ass. She beat that girl's ass.
The writing was on the wall from episode 1.
She said, I'm a big fan of yours. I watch all of you times when you dance. You're amazing. And scene. Episode 2.
How many followers do you have? Oh, I have 120,000. I have 500,000. That energy. It was that energy. It was that energy. And she tore her up.
Oh, it was just a sight to see. I was like, babe, I know that tube dress is not what you need right now.
Absolutely not. and then roll right into the choreography. She tore that girl up.
Didn't miss one beat.
Y'all know I'm particular about my lip syncs. I'm giving this attention. She did that.
Sister, I was trying to get you on this panel today, but I'll catch you next week, Mom. I'm gonna catch
Gabby,
you
you
next
gotta check
week.
your messages, baby.
Okay. Corazon was eliminated. I'm sorry, sister, but I got to get into Untucked real quick because not for episode 1 where Corazon Precious basically lied to Corazon to get her riled up and argued with Turing, and it was like not even that big of a deal. So they ended up cooling that off. We got to talk about this Brigadine and Marina Summers and Minty Fresh shit because this was some old school drama tea for me. The whole story is that Minty Fresh and Marina were in the same drag family, but they got into some sort of like argument or whatever. They were cool, but they were cordial. Like they still weren't like that, like back to the normal. Brigadine had Marina at a show and brought up the drama, and they felt it was messy. And they were like, "Why would you bring that up at the show?" And so Brigadine's whole point to this is, why are y'all taking this so deep? If it happened, people are going to talk about it. I'm hosting a show. It's what we do. We bring up stuff like that. And she felt that she was being insensitive to the whole situation. And Brigadine was like, you taking this too deeply. And Loki was clowning Minty, but Minty was also like gathering her. I'm sorry. I was not on Brigadine's side, but I did enjoy her low-key like stirring it and like laughing and sort of smiling in their faces while she's talking to him. Because like, oh, bitch, you're here for the shit. Like, you're here for the drama. Like, look at this face. Zillowet. She said, I thought all three of y'all were in the bottom. She said, this is how you don't know your brand. How do I not know my brand?
That's what woke me up, the girl. How you don't know your brand, girl? I was on the floor. How you gonna tell me about myself, girl? She came on the show to tell me.
Because it's like they're going through each other's brands, and I'm thinking of that Brigadine like, okay, so what does this all mean then?
It's
like
the mind games, girl. It's the mind games. She coming to get the girls out. When I tell you, that's that pageant stuff. When the girls come in, they be trying, and they be like, "Oh, girl, you just so unprepared. You just don't know your brain, girl." When I tell you by next week, that girl will be down to herself on the floor.
But you know what? I'm here for the mess though, because it gave me very New York. Like the running
very New York messy.
It's very New York messy, and like it gives like everybody has worked at Boots and Saddle. I don't care of your status here in New York City. Every girl has been at Boots and Saddle, and this felt like a stunt where it was like, okay, girl, we need some coins. Okay, the girls are tempted. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this mess, but you got to be ready. And the girls weren't ready, but it brought attention to it. We're talking about it now. They're talking about it then. She did it to drum up mess, but she also put the girls in the spotlight, and they weren't ready. So, boo.
I was hyped because again, most of the cast work at the same club, if not another one, and so like Dooley's saying, all of this intertwines into where people are going to be wanting to go to those clubs out there now because like, oh, they work there, and all that was brought. At the same time, you see how Venus was able to jump in the conversation? Boom. Eva was there to like do it too. It was like, whoa. And Brigadier, you low-key were by yourself handling all of them. It's
like Brian Kenny and Babylon. If you can't go to Babylon, where can you go?
And Brian Kenny always held his own, Miss Mama. She didn't need no support, okay? She would cause her mess and she would put out her own fires, okay? Miss Brian Kenny, that's a demon of her. That's a special demon. Queer as folk.
Girls that didn't
y'all
catch
didn't
that.
Y'all didn't watch Queer as Folk?
You gotta tell people. That's what
I'm saying. That was
Queer as Folk, girl.
We didn't have nothing but Queer as Folk, Noah's Ark, and the L Word.
At the end of the day,
sometimes it's the setup that doesn't help with remembering things.
She didn't really tell people who Brian Kenny was. You didn't give them
nothing. So this was fun. I'm ready for the next episode. I think Philippines is off to a good start. I don't like having to wait 48 hours for a damn Untucked. But other than that, I think Minty, that's a face right there, bitch. Brigandine. I got him mad.
Don't this is like a commercial. This is like a steal from a commercial, like a Mentos commercial. Mentos, the fresh maker. Cheese.
Oh, it's need a moment for sure. Oh, I love the eyes.
Come on, Mateo. Okay, 5 gays, 1 girl. I feel that. Because that was the moment. That was the show. With Aaliyah Jasmine. Mm-hmm.
That title kept me away from the show. And then I was like, are there any blind? Okay.
I'm glad she had that fucking mullet.
I would rather have watched it.
I mean, okay. I gotta really get this going. We're at Canada's Drag Race, and we're just gonna do the runway and whatever we thought of the lip sync. For Brooklyn Heights in this pink look. What are we giving this here, Jamar?
Wig was my favorite part. And there was a video on YouTube where it said Canada's Drag Race judging panel communicating telepathically, because you know they don't ever communicate; they just nod, and they already know what.
That part.
Man, can I just say this episode genuinely pissed me off?
But them nods be exaggerated as hell. I'm like, girl, do you have a piece of paper right there with like a yes or a no? And we know that the left nod means this and the right nod means that.
What?
This episode made me genuinely angry, and I did not enjoy the process of watching this episode.
Why?
If you wanted to get rid of Halal Bay, Jesus Christ,
Bombay,
girl,
Bombay.
thank you, not Halal Bay, thank you,
Bombay.
Bombay, word.
Which
She
felt
did
like
very
a
good.
very poor choice on the production
It
side.
felt, once I saw that she was giving the narrative for the majority of the first half of the episode, I was like, okay, she's either in the top or the bottom. And then we saw the challenge, and I was like, they are setting this girl up to go home. And I found it very, I feel like I'm ahead of myself, I'm sorry. I felt like when they were giving the critique for the garment, I appreciated how they uplifted Jada Shada. But Bombay mentioned many of those same characteristics in those same points in her presentation, and they kind of paid it dust. And it was like, ooh.
So we're going off of how Jada was given praise by Tracy, who related as a Black woman in that moment. Yet Bombay is sitting there once again celebrating their culture and integrating it with their drag with this celebration of Holi, and that was given but, and then they went there.
Yeah, girl, you brown or whatever, but this Black girl over here, and I was like, oh.
So
wait,
let me
we're gonna
ask
talk
this
about
then too,
colorism. Like, let's talk about it,
because they didn't actually give Bombay any like. I think they didn't really talk about her eye makeup for the runway like they should have compared to the commercial, because commercial was not. But on the runway,
horrible.
it's like that is the critique you asked her to do, and the eye was better, and it was cool because it was fashion out of a shade, so that was really technical. I can understand that. I think I liked it because I thought it was perfect for Fierce Delicious. It's a makeup challenge to sell it. Like, duh, that's the TikTok girl.
I don't think she should win anything, to be honest.
Is that just out of dislike or just in terms?
That's me being biased.
Okay. I just wanted to have that clarified.
At least for a minute, it's just like,
right, let's just clarify that.
But like all tea, all shade. Like, do I think Fierce Delicious did a good job this episode? Yes. Bias considered, I also would have probably chosen a different girl. And Vivian, I thought Vivian did a really good job this episode. Okay, pause. I'm breaking it down to the simplest part. I think the core of my issue is that once again in Drag Race, we don't know how they're weighing the runway versus the challenge. And so I thought that, as they said, there were some girls that hit the challenge out of the park, and there were some girls that hit the runway out of the park, and I'm unsure as to how they're weighing both of them. And so it just feels very convenient when they choose to weigh one over the other and choose to say some girls over the other, and it just felt very monotonous to me. But that being said, it really did feel like they were setting up Faye.
Well, in my opinion, like, yes, I'm disappointed she went home, but she didn't do great in the challenge. And in my opinion, like, yeah, we go into this and there seems to be like always a weird thing between like the challenge and the runway. But at the end of the day, I always look at the challenge like 75% at least at a minimum of like the weight, right?
Yeah.
So Bombay dropped the ball in it, and Jada Shada Hudson, like, whether maybe like I loved her makeup or whatever, but she did a really great, to me, like, I feel like Jada really like did a great like campaign, and she had this idea. Yeah, like her concept, from her talking about the concept to the execution of what we got. I feel like we got what she said she intended to sell, and it also what she intended, and she got what she executed. Bombay, unfortunately, faltered. Fierce Delicious, whether we like her personally, or her personality, or her core, or whatever her values are, You know, you have to separate yourself from that. Like, she is a social media girl, so I never doubted that she could sell a makeup palette. Like, girl, you do makeup all day, so of course she knocked this out the park.
Let me ask this question because I said this in my review of this episode. Did this feel like an episode of America's Next Top Model?
Yes.
Yes, it felt set up from the beginning where we already knew who the winner was from the beginning, and we already knew how it was going to run out. Now, that I will say, and that was the most frustrating part of watching it, because from watching, even when them going into the recording, I knew that Fierce won.
I mean, like, beginning of the episode,
they
Tracy
kind of
was
set
Tyra
it up to
Banks.
Fierce,
She had her camera and was doing the
She
whole
was.
thing.
yeah, which was cool, really cool. I love that, but I wish it wasn't so predictable. I guess that's more so the feedback.
Like, they was giving girls they never give shine to shine, and that's when I knew some shit was up. Like, think about Irma Gerd, like her runway. I was like, this is great, and they was giving her some shine.
Oh, Dooley, for the first time. For the first time.
They never let her say.
There was no bad critiques. Like, oh, you finally did something cute. No shade, Irma. I'm just saying, like, it's been a journey for me. But
well, Irma should have also been in the bottom, and that was not right. That shit for that hoop skirt clown mess that she did, that was not okay. That like got ignored just because you acted hooky dookie and you performed whatever on the runway. But I wasn't here last week, so I want to get that out for the streets so they can hear it. so it's recorded on the interweb. That was not okay.
Listen, okay, let's do the runway itself first, because we kind of just went through all of the stuff already here. It was
I'm sorry, I feel like I fucked with the cadence, but I had to get that out. I'm sorry, friend.
You know, I can only drive the bus so long before it rears off into the cliff, and then I try to get the survivors out. Everyone else died in the flames. People were eaten.
I didn't know who May Pang was, but she was a great judge. She did more than Brad.
Phenomenal makeup artist. I love May Pang. Amazing makeup
from that show Face Off or something. She was, I think, either on it or as a guest judge one time.
She was a judge. Correct.
Yeah, she's kind of fabulous. I was here for her. So
do you think she gave feedback to everybody? Like, I had a question. Like, did any of you all wonder if she gave like makeup feedback to each and every winning contestant? Like, I hope so. That was
she did. Hope. She did. Like most of the people she talked to, she kept talking about specifics with their, mug, or you can lighten it. She was critiquing it at the same time being respectful, because it's like, everyone's aesthetic. But Vivian Vanderpuss here, Jamar, what did you think of this look?
I thought it was actually really nice. I love how she kind of entangled her hair into like the different colors of the palette. And Vivian, always has like a little bit of a nudge for her runways. They're very campy. And she's always she's like the definition of almost. She's almost there, but just never quite. There's always somebody just a little bit better than her in every challenge. Just a little bit.
I know she's frustrated. I know she's frustrated. Giving Miss Cracker energy. Yeah.
Definitely. Can I ask a group of questions?
Sure.
So, like, we saw who was in the bottom. I would have put Kimmy in the bottom.
Agree.
Do y'all agree with that, or am I just being shady?
No, I agree, because her commercial was okay. I was like, that's fine. But the runway was kind of like, what is this out of everybody here? That? And it's like, that'd have been cute for, I don't know, like throw a season in the, 480p era. But I kind of would have. Don't
you think they gave her a pass because she's been fighting so hard the past couple of weeks? Hadn't she had 2 weeks in the bottom back to back? I think they gave her a pass because of that.
And she has a win too, so I think they're also doing some sort of like counting system. Like, well, if there's a win in there, don't throw them in immediately. And it's like, okay, but I guess. But I don't know. I don't know how they're scoring up there. Different currencies.
not the currency, not the transaction system is affecting the score.
See, Diggy, were you painting Irma's Gerd by numbers?
I like this look. I mean, I think it's apparent I didn't see this episode, but when you did the close up on this look,
I gave you my login.
Hey, I watch Philippines. And
I also have Law Plus. Like, I will literally give you my login so we can watch it together.
So you think this is beautiful, CD? Is it really great? Is it awesome? You love it? It's amazing.
It's a solid 8 out of 10.
That's a lie, but okay, thank you.
Goodness.
I'm just kidding. It's rubbing off on me.
Nikki voted for Pearl season 7. Boo.
Jamar, what did you think of this look?
Oh my god. I thought this was cool. I thought it was pretty neat. They still just never seem to care
You said
much.
neat.
Pretty neat. What's wrong with me?
Because you
It's-
sound so unenthused
It's
by
just-
what you're seeing. You're like, oh yeah, sure.
It's neat, but like it's such a long. That's a '90s, like very. That's neat, that was like elementary school where we would say something. That's so
Pepper
neat.
Ann, tell us
it's
how you really feel
good.
about the look.
It's
Very
like,
dumb.
I said it because like, I don't think I would have ever thought to do that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Creative.
I like the concept. It's just, it's
I like the beat.
Basically, your date was like, I like the beat. Yes.
it's just I feel like it's not executed as
Oh my
well as it could be.
god.
No one's done this, so what execution are we looking for?
Like it just could look a little bit more polished on
The snot rocket? You're asking for the snot rocket?
Snot Rocket was a bad idea. She didn't do a good idea.
I
Good idea
really
promo.
hate that is her brand because I haven't seen her pick her nose or really go that level ever since the season started. So every time
I'm gonna be honest though. I feel like I'm giving these girls the smoke, and this smoke really should have been reserved for Kendall Jenner.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like I have extra pent up aggression for Canada because they let that girl go to the top 4.
cute Pepsi. I wanted a Coke though.
Let me call my therapist, girl. Talkspace.com, girl, or BetterHelp.
Okay. I tried May eyelash trick and it works. Been wearing strip lashes for years too. Work. Thank you for the super chat, Patricia. See, May knows what she's talking about with makeup, and she was giving the girls the time. And thanks again, Patricia, for the super chat. 463 plus of you in this room. Hit that like button here if you're traumatized. Hit that like button here if you're enjoying the show. Hit that like button here if you're confused. Hit that like button if you're gay. Hit it just because you need to hit it. Don't break your computers though. I have no insurance.
Can I say something about Irma's paint by numbers look just really quickly?
Yeah,
I think I'll say
Yeah,
So the idea of it is super cool. I love the idea. Like I have a degree in textiles. Like I understand the idea of paint by numbers. I think the issue with this, or where the disappointment were for me, it kind of fell flat past the neck. Because like the look, the dress, the silhouette, nothing about it is really like exciting or new or innovative. The idea was just exciting and fresh, but kind of like what she gave you in comparison to the idea was kind of lackluster. And for me, that was kind of where my disappointment lied. I love the idea. I still think there's like tons and like plenty of like places you could go with it. She just didn't really do that.
I'm with it. I'm processing. I understand where Justin's coming from. If she could walk better, I understand that too.
Yeah, it's like if you understand the idea of like paint by numbers, to me, like to just simply like leave like your bodice and everything like just like blue and white, to me that also kind of goes against the idea of paint by numbers if you understand like the concept.
I mean,
yeah, to
she
just
did have numbers on the outfit too, though, as well for the white parts. Like
But it's like we know this dress, we know the silhouette. So it's like to push it to me, like the silhouette, like the dress itself is not innovative or exciting. So it's like paint by numbers to me would have been like pushing it to really show that combination of what paint by numbers means and represents.
Yeah.
But also like she may have been banking on like her makeup and hair, which was like a 10. Like that was like stunning and like super like impressive.
Yeah.
And I can totally see a person like banking, like I have 2 hours. Like I'm gonna like invest my time and energy into this. So I don't want to diminish their effort at all.
Yeah. All points are valid here. I thought Irma, it's not to shade her, but it is my favorite look she's done the entire season. But pop off. Bombay.
I have a lot of feelings. I don't know. Like we've seen other girls do religious last day of specialty looks, and they were uncritiquable. And I felt like they kind of served her up on the platter. Now I don't think Mama had a perfect episode. Like I do think there were some bumps, but we've given grace to some other girls that had uncritiquable runways, and y'all let her rock. And so like, I don't know. Like, if y'all didn't like her, just say that. But like, it felt like everybody did a good job this episode, and they were trying to figure out who was going home, and they was like, "Well, girl, we sent the brown girl home." And this was
Are
like,
you saying that people are giving passes for like cultural presentations in the past, and this cultural presentation didn't get the same grace?
correct?
Okay, I kind of can agree. I also can agree. Like, I feel like as far as like her garment and the creativity, like to know what holy is, to know that like what the activity is, to be able to get this color combination and what it took to know. You have to like throw like packs of powder of color, and to get this kind of like variation, and to also get it in your hair and on your face and on your body, that takes quite a bit of effort, especially to get like this. So I was quite impressed when I first saw this because I knew the effort and I understood like the background of holy. So also perhaps this is like a thing where people don't understand maybe like the background of like the celebration, possibly.
Well, I think that it is a gorgeous ensemble, and unfortunately, it was on a week where it wasn't a good week for them, and that got sort of the light was dimmed, and it's not fair, personally. And I've
Y'all
seen
let
a lot of,
Amore come on stage looking like a clean slave.
well, she didn't have to lip sync in that slave outfit, so we were
Should've.
certainly appreciative of that.
There was no way to save Bombay this week.
Yeah, did it not feel helpless? Like you wanted to help Bombay, but like there was nothing you could
There was
do.
nothing you could really
Even
do.
the beginning of the episode, like
Even
Jamar
the
saying,
lip sync, like I felt it was hard for me to watch that lip sync. I
oh
was like,
my
girl,
God, that
I was
was
like, I just feel like I thought you had so much more in you, or I thought you would connect
Oh,
better to.
baby.
Oh, let me be quiet. Oh,
Jamar. You want to do the signal again, baby? You want to show him what it was?
I was
Show it.
having to,
There you go. Yes, that was her move. That was
like,
the
God
move.
damn.
and she was doomed from as soon as that happened.
I said, let your
It
titties
just felt like
fly.
it wasn't
Just
coming
let them
back.
nipples fly, baby.
I
Please.
felt like the more she worried about that, the more she lost.
I can't believe I'm out here talking about colorism with black people versus brown people. It's the same shit divided us differently. But like, we cut this girl. We cut this girl. I'm bothered.
So I like Jada's look. See, Diggy, what did you think of it?
To be honest, I don't like it.
Tell me why.
It looks a little messy. It looks like dried lava along her dress. Are those faces? I don't know.
Child, hold on. What's going on over here? Y'all are still on camera doing this back and forth. It's been done several times. Please stop doing that. It's creating a whole narrative around things. See, Diggy, please continue. I can literally, it's been done a lot. Come on, y'all.
And I don't like the wig either.
You don't like the Bantu knots?
I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't understand. What don't you like about this outfit? This is great.
Is it?
No, I gotta ask. Do you think it's great, Dooley?
It's once again, it's not perfect, but compared to the other girls on the stage today, I think she did a decent job.
I'm not comparing.
I'm giving her a smooth B+.
I mean, last week.
Well, girl.
It's definitely a lot better. You know what I mean? Like,
Wasn't she magnesium last week? Wasn't she that salt fairy BS? Wasn't she that salt fairy mess?
We
that
dragged
that salt ice cream, whatever. When she like salt bake, I don't know what she was doing, but yeah, this is an improvement. If you're gonna compare it to that,
it was supposed to be sodium.
It's not. It was not. It was
So
it had my blood pressure up. So yes, maybe it was.
I've seen artwork with that has to do with slavery with this type of look. When you said tar crystal, I was like, oh my God.
It's the girls that chose to jump in the water as opposed to stay on the boat.
Like they're right there. That was the point of this. That's why I was like, what you mean, girls? And so she was showcasing that, but it was also people were feeling some kind of way about Tracy's like conversation with Jada and how it was like, oh, okay, girl. So
it's scripted though. We know that girl didn't say none of that stuff. Like we see it every week. Like, it's fabricated.
You think Tracy's was scripted? You think Tracy's statements was scripted?
I thought it was genuine. I thought it was
in the moment. I felt like, because if you look watching it, she kept like she couldn't shut up personally, I feel like she had a moment, then she
There we go.
stopped, then she had a moment, and then she stopped, then she had a moment again.
She was
So
catching her
for me-
breath. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that was genuine because, like, to me, if it was scripted, you'd have just gone through it and then been done. And I felt like she was like getting choked up. And actually, I actually looked up like her family life and all of that stuff and read like this whole parents article and everything like about her, like about her children and all that. She's a single parent. So after like reading all of that, it made much more sense why she had this kind of reaction as a single black mother. So I disagree. I think it was genuine, like seeing, like knowing, like now, like the facts about her as an individual, her relationship with Canada, her as a black woman in Canada, and how they see her, and then also kind of like her history as a single parent, dating this like super famous, like rich executive dude who like won't be seen with her, because like that's like her whole thing. She's like she was with this whole dude. Yeah, it was a secret, and he treated her like trash. But then she had these like beautiful twins. But then he like f's her over.
That sounds like Ebony's story from
Yeah,
New York
like
City.
she like yeah, and like he sees the kids, but like yeah, it's very like controlling. She's dating Mark. She's like Kenya dating Mark again, powerful rich man. But nevertheless, back to the show.
Poor Kenya.
Great
No, not poor Kenya. She's doing just fine.
Yeah, I mean Tracy is too, because he's quite accomplished, so she don't really have to work. If you want to know the truth.
I bet. Listen, Giselle Lullaby. What do we think of this look?
I thought it was fierce.
Same.
Yeah, I like it. I thought it was super creative, super out of the box. Shout out to Willow Pill. No, I'm playing. But it was cute. It was really cute. I really loved it. No, I don't want to compare it to Willow Pill at all. But no, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really great.
Because of the box.
I don't
with
want to do the
holders
messiness with the box
yeah.
now. Eric.
Yeah,
I
I
Willow
see
Pill
what you're
girl.
talking about.
That was
That's
not
funny.
Willow Pill. I was just trying to be funny. It was cute. I really loved the creativity of this. This was actually kind of one of my favorites.
She has grown on me continuously. Like I didn't really understand her POV. And I feel like as we continue to move forward in the episodes, I'm very impressed by her. But I feel like she's really smart and the judges aren't, and they don't understand what she's doing or why she's doing it, which is why she continues to get like very B- critique.
Does she not give you like a Camden edit? Like,
I
is she not
mean-
giving you kind of like a Lady Camden edit?
But she won the last
a
two
little bit.
episodes back to back.
She did on the low, but to me, she kind of gives like a Lady Camden edit a little bit. Like she's so quirky, and her mindset you can like they haven't been able to like understand or like crack yet. And it's like this is this quirky person who does weird stuff, and yeah, we appreciate their creativity this week or this 2 weeks.
Like I feel like we get it, like us in this space, because we actually watch Drag Race and we actually hang out with the girls and we actually like critique and understand and seek to understand. I don't know that the judges have the same experience, and I feel like specifically the Canadian judges are frequently lost when the girls try to like show themselves because they have a smaller view of what drag is. You disagree?
That was not in my head. I just said, okay. I don't know if I agree or not with the statement because she won the past 2 weeks and she's been getting very consistent, nice critiques. So when you said she's been given these weird ones, I'm like, is this from just this week or the weeks before prior to that? But I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't see it like that, except because this week I thought her challenge was kind of poop. Want the French, I was like, oh, okay. And it was, I was like blue and white and green in the palette. That's it. Like, okay, Aquaria, that. But yeah, you may have a point there. I may not see it right now, but I'm not negating it.
Maybe I'm just being too like micro level. Like all of us been watching drag race for 49 years at this point, and you can tell when they're like excited about a girl and they're actually giving a positive critique versus them just saying something nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they're just saying something nice and they don't genuinely understand like her POV.
But take the 49 years and give Brooklyn only 3.
She been okay.
And make her a former contestant that then is now on the show, now critiquing the show based off of RuPaul, who she is giving every now and then, tries to do a little RuPaulism moment. It's like, oh, here we go. It's corny shit. But yeah, like that is where I can see the point. Whereas the word and the verb is not the same as the adjective and the pronouns that are coming out of the system here. And whatever sentence they created is a run on. But I would like to say that Miss Fierce, to me, I thought this was great.
Oh yeah.
I thought this was good.
You can't hate it. You can't hate it at all.
It was-
I do feel like this relied a lot on the prop and the gimmick of it all. Because if I got into the garment, I would feel like the garment was disappointing and it was lackluster and very Renaissance fair. If I got into the garment, now if I get into her face and her makeup, yeah, that's great, phenomenal. The prop, phenomenal. But the actual look itself, you could read it down. You could read it down to the ground. But the presentation and all that stuff.
Yeah, I was
So
like, you can judge the whole entire
yeah, the whole entire thing gay. But that if we're talking about the runway is a chop down. But sure, all the best to you, Fierce.
All the best to you, Fierce. All the best to you, Fierce. See Diggy.
I mean, what Justin said, I mean, I was judging the presentation of it more so than the garment. I like it.
Jamar.
I like it as well. I thought it was very interesting. It's something I wouldn't have expected from somebody like Fierce Delicious. So I was like, okay.
That I think is the biggest point right there, because what we've seen ain't nowhere near this. So it's like, oh,
1,000%. I think the fact that her brain or someone else's brain thought of this, I don't think her brain did, but I think that someone else's brain thought of this idea was phenomenal. Well, no, we know she's working with Eve 6000. I know for a fact. Well, Eve 6000 already said she works with her. Jada's boyfriend has been doing her hair, so we know there's other brains cooking in his kitchen. So I mean, everybody works with people. That's not like a negative. But I personally, from what she's giving, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I think that this
You
idea
sound like
came
those
from my
people-
brain.
You
I
like
don't
those
think
people that
it's
try to
my
like discredit Beyonce for using like samples.
First of all, how dare you put Fierce Delicious and Beyonce even in
Well,
the same
I'm just-
category? We're done talking at
I'm
this
just
point.
saying
How dare you even think
you,
you put
that's
that
all.
girl? No, and you're a Beyonce fan. Why would you even disrespect your own girl?
No,
like
I'm
that?
just
I'm
giving
done.
like
We're
a
done. Good day, New York.
I was giving you a parallel. That's all.
It's impossible. How could you parallel a person with little to no effort and talent with someone who spent their entire life creating this?
Drag her.
Why could you
Drag
do that?
her.
Why could you do that? What? How?
see
How?
Diggy.
Drag
Drag her.
The bitch isn't talented, so let's move on.
You leave Little Lotto alone. You leave Little Lotto alone, okay? You let her and her
She's
rap game.
talented. She doesn't do anything right. Let's just move on.
You let that little baby
Y'all are gonna
alone.
be mad next year when they invite her to All Stars and she do Christian Walker. And I'm gonna be like, girl, I said it.
Bitch, and watch her win next year too while Dooley talking about it, okay?
I mean, she would nail it. She would. So
Okay,
It's
poll.
already nailing it.
Group poll. Fierce Delicious is in the bottom. Can she lip sync? Yes or no?
We've seen it now.
I honestly.
Then why are y'all playing me? Then why are we having this conversation about a person who's talented when clearly talent was never in the room? Makeup is a talent of sorts.
Yes, she's
But-
very good with her makeup, and I think
And a
she's a
brush.
brand. I think she's got a good brand for her, so people like it. I like
But I'm
her.
not putting her in the same category as the
But what's her brand,
as
Matthew?
the
Drama
procure
and
of
hair?
Renaissance.
What's the brand?
I'm not putting her in the same
The
category
brand?
as the procure of Renaissance. I would never. I gotta go pray. I gotta go apologize to my mother tonight.
West Hollywood sis. That you said brand, Dooley. That's what I would give
She's
her.
Mickey's.
Yo, it's the West Hollywood sis, honey. That's what I would give
Now
her.
you talk about my reads, but girl, your reads be lethal on the low. that was a read.
I mean, y'all know who they look like. They bump into you and then go, and you have to turn around and remind them, like,
Julie, I'm a fan, girl. You were at, where are you coming from?
Oh my God, do you want a bomb?
it's the guy who puts his hands in my hair every time I walk through West Hollywood. Like, oh my God, I love your hair. Didn't even ask. It's just straight up. You just left brunch. I don't know if you touched your ball sack or your asshole. It's just, yeah, that was never fun. I do like
Shout out to
Lele.
Widow Von Du for hitting us up at the spot and giving us weed. Shout out to you.
I wouldn't have used that word, but yeah, that was for you. I wasn't a part of that. I don't know what you talking about. That's too true. I'm too ignorant for this. No, yeah, but I think if you were up here, I probably wouldn't be able to make it through this right now, baby. So no, you're fine. We'll catch you next week. We will catch you next week, girl. This was definitely fate. Pass this late. Oh,
Boo.
I want to like try to be nice, but I can't.
This could have been something.
It could have been.
It had all the potential in the world, but it needed a few more pieces to me.
This
What do you
white
think,
mascara-
Jamar? Sorry, Jamar.
Go
White
Jamar.
mascara.
The piece needs to be a different makeup brush.
You don't like the makeup?
Hell
The,
no.
well, the makeup was psycho. The makeup was like
Like, look
I've
at
been
the lip to
kidnapped.
the chin. Like, what is happening here? Like, did you get lost in the mountains? Like, it's just this fright
Okay,
fight.
so
Like,
Sans makeup. How do you feel about the look, Maddie and Jamar?
we've
everybody?
seen it. This is where I get to pull one of your numbers.
1,000%.
We have
Yeah.
seen this so motherfucking much in that tassel titty. I would have screamed.
You want to know what I
would've
really
screamed.
thought when I saw this? You want to know what I
What?
really thought when I saw this? I thought this was Isis' outfit, and Isis gave her this because she's already said that Isis like helped her put together her whole package. But to me, this gave Isis down, like because I know for a fact. And this is not to say like people can't sell because Kimmy sells the heck out of stuff on the runway, and that's honestly what saved her. And it's honestly what saved her this week because honestly, Kimmy can sell just like Isis can sell. But yeah, to me, this gave me like an Isis number. And I don't know, it's something about how Isis would have given it to me, would have felt like a look, and this just felt incomplete. And it is about how you sell it, but I just was like wanting more, even like from the neck down. But I feel like if I started on Isis, I don't know. I feel like it might not have been missing anything. But maybe
let's
Isis would have given
say
it more.
this is a different category. Let's say she did a different makeup, kept the same outfit. It's a
Because the
different
outfit
category.
isn't bad. The outfit
It'd be
isn't
fine.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Like
paint, and then everyone came out as something. Here you go.
Yeah.
Compared to what everybody else had on.
I
Like,
think,
can you
yeah,
imagine her in the
the
back looking at everybody
comparison.
else? And Fierce Delicious has a fucking swing, and she's sitting there like, girl, I'd be done.
Girl, I'd be so done.
Can you? I'd be like, oh, so I'm in
But
the bottom this
also,
week.
do y'all not live for Kimmy Couture's confidence? I'm like a huge Kimmy
don't.
Couture. I'm a huge Kimmy Couture fan because I think to be able to go out there and be like, I'm gonna do this, whatever, like regardless of like if the odds are against you or not, Kimmy gives it 1,000%, in my opinion. I think, and I
She'd
think
be
that's
very
also,
girl.
yeah, she's very girl, and I think that's actually what saves her, like that energy, that being like 100% good or bad. Like I'm about to give it. She'd be like, "Fuck it." Kimmy be very much like, "Forget it. I'm gonna do
them
it."
Same
anyway.
shoes.
Oh yes, I'm
She
sure.
thought I didn't clock it, but them stockings are over them right now, and so it's just covering them same shoes. By the way, everybody, in case you were wondering, because I was like, I had to look close. I said, "Those them same goddamn shoes."
I said this in the comment. It's giving me Manila Loser, and I don't like this. It's a boo.
Oh, you're talking about from what season was that? Not All Stars 1, but the Earth 3 when she did that.
She did this painter's costume for All Stars, but then yes, she also did
for the talent. Yes,
yeah.
There we go.
This is Manila Loser. Kimmy baby, listen. If I want to like her, she is giving me a lot of energy. I need that talent to show up with that energy because they're going to continue to read you. I give her 1 or 2 more weeks.
I mean, she was dressed like somebody who fell into a natural science museum's gift shop and, just walked around afterwards pretending to be from the
Marie
North.
Cosette and dived into her coffin. Like, what? This is not it.
Very putt-puff golf, and I would like a pro tour. Let's see here. This Lipsync,
windmill.
I give her the curly corner. There's a couple of poops. It's not working. This was not great, and I'm sad because I love Bombay. But I mean, Irma was doing the Elaine over there from Seinfeld. Bombay's titties was falling out.
Neither of you girls survived this lip sync. But everybody got to go home.
I was like, y'all could have done a double and brought somebody back for shits. Like, honestly.
Who would you bring back?
Didn't value Bombay in the competition.
I would Lady Boom Boom.
I would bring back Lady Boom Boom or Chaos.
Lady Boom Boom down. Lady Boom Boom can have all of my vote.
Oh, And it had been a moment too, because they haven't presented that sort of twist yet in Canada. Even though for Down Under season 1, that was the entire purpose of Art Simone's ride. I said ride.
What season in the US did they first bring someone back? What season in the US? Do you remember?
Season
Wait,
It was like season 6, wasn't it? When did they first bring
in
someone
the
back?
middle of the season, they brought someone
3.
back.
No, before that.
No,
it
that's
may have been
different.
before season
That's
6.
different because that's the beginning of the season. Like
Naisha
it
was
has to be in the
8, so
middle.
we know it's happened before.
Oh no,
season
you're right.
8.
Jamar's right because what's her name eliminated Carmen,
Who?
then she got brought back.
Carmen
Yeah,
Carrera?
It's
Yeah.
3.
Carmen Carrera got a little.
Yeah.
She did. Yes.
Yeah, because Miss Mama sent her ass home, and then she ended up coming
Shangela.
back so she can go right back home again.
And
But,
then they
you know.
eliminated Shangela,
maybe-
then lost to Alexis. And then they brought back Carmen, who went home to
Yeah.
jail. So.
Yeah, and for those in the comment section saying Shangela, I'm not including Shangela because she was eliminated in the season and then did a Vanessa Vanjie. If we're gonna do that kind of eliminations, then Shangela would be the first for that.
Yeah.
So that'd be a great trivia question. Was Vanessa Vanjie the first one to return back after a season? Wrong. It's Shangela. There you go.
That would be a phenomenal question. Then maybe I feel like, do you not feel like Canada's been
Cartwheel.
trying to like follow or mimic the US? So maybe they will try to pull one of those this
They-
season. 'Cause
they
I feel
all
like
do.
they're at a point where they need to do something. Canada feels a bit more stale than maybe some of the other franchises, and I feel like they need
Oh,
to
I
do something
zoomed.
to
I
like
did zoom
do
this.
something. So maybe I don't know.
I
Fingers
did zoom.
crossed.
Do y'all think
Oh.
it'll be renewed though?
Yeah, I will.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, Diggums. They already got a versus something coming out.
Yeah.
So,
Canada.
like,
Isn't that in like 2 months?
I won't. No, I don't know.
Oh well, right.
Look
Don't
at
you
me.
say nothing- don't
Oh,
you
that
say
was
nothing
great.
good, don't you?
I
know,
don't know.
This is so allegedly,
I don't know.
It's coming soon.
I do know UK season 4 in the beginning of September is going to start with their promos, and for that, and I do know Canada versus the World, which has already been something that has been addressed but not to be given away. That will be soon. They're going to start the promo for that too. But 15 will start 2023, as will All Stars 8, which is done filming for the girls.
We know 15. We'll always get our teas at the end of the year, right before the top of the year. At the top of the year, yeah, we always.
Yeah, they said 2023, and I think it's on purpose because of the flow of different drag races that are about to also be coming out and pumping. And it's
They
like,
probably need to push that girl back. Either push it back or pull it up, because you got these like weird gaps now.
listen,
Well,
I'm
it's
just turning on my TV at this point.
I think they should honestly split like All Stars and the regular like drag race, like between like opposite times of the year, so that way you can like enjoy normal drag race, or like try to enjoy drag race through like most of the year instead of just like this one season between like basically like March or January all the way to like June. I don't know. I thought they should split it more.
Well, this also was one of the
US.
first All Stars we had where it was more than just 9 to maybe 8 or 10 episodes. This went on for quite a very long time. It was a regular season of Drag Race, and this one for season 15.
It's just as many episodes this past season. I already seen the numbers.
Yeah.
So we're about to be in for it, girls. In the 16 episodes this season? Yeah.
That's VH1. VH1 said we want those ads.
It's smart though. It crosses into different seasons of television. Like, it's kind of brilliant. I don't hate it, but
If
I
I remember
also
correctly, there are 16 girls and 17 episodes.
something like that. Possibly, maybe, possibly something like that.
But Matthew was correct because they're doing the versus the entire fucking globe. So like,
Allegedly.
I mean, they probably had to add more girls so that they won't have to do we're going to eliminate you this week.
But the versus the world is going to be another 6 episode run again.
I think my favorite part about this, I think there's a girl that y'all live for that I don't think is going to survive the next 2 or 3 seasons.
Say that for the group text. Let's move on.
Just put that in the private chat,
Thank
please.
you. Like we don't need that kind of negativity.
I was like, who?
On the
Oh,
girl.
everybody, everybody knows that.
I don't care about that girl.
Here's the thing
about
with
that.
that one
Move my
movie.
spirit.
Here's the thing with that one. That's going to be the one where we all just watch. And
Right.
no one says anything. Everyone just sits back and goes, all right, just let it play out. And then you're going to see about people in their selective
I just feel like you should know your brand, and sometimes you should need to sit down and just stay home.
But wasn't the whole reason why you're on this because you threw a whole fit about how you felt done wrong? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Every time she's on the season, she comes, makes her marks, and she's good.
And throws her fit when she feels wronged. And that's why she's on this upcoming season, because she felt like she was done wrong, and now we need to fix it, only for you to fuck up again, mess up again, and drop your ball. Maybe, girl, you just need to do things you do well. And
You said too much.
Hold on,
Well,
and this
hey,
girl,
too
and this
bad.
girl
All the
too.
best.
Come on for this old keyboard. Okay, let's see here. Oh. No, the anger. The anger. The anger.
I'm sick of her too because she did the same shit.
Baby, it's going to be, the world is going to burn that day. The world's going to burn that
You're not reading the private chat. You're only getting
I want to get into some hot topics or whatever, other than me not watching Big Brother for the next 2 weeks because bullshit's been happening in the house and I can't do it anymore right now. Megan Thee Stallion released an album, Traumazine, and a single, Her, with a music video. People started to notice that she was doing motions that resembled voguing, and they assumed that Laomi had something to do with it. Laomi quickly responded with the, no, and it's giving nogging to me. Others from Legendary have also responded on this, and it then created something of a wave to where the original choreographer had to have a conversation with Laomi, apologizing about how it was taken, I guess, with the back and forth exchange that they had. And people were feeling some kind of way. Some people felt that Laomi was tripping because, I guess people were saying her name and she wasn't involved in it and why she's making this so negative and angry. Others were saying, once again, this is a disrespect to, the ballroom community with taking something like voguing and turning it into something else with choreography, and then people get confused. Precious Paula Nicole, hi, sweetheart. Everybody in the chat, say hi to Precious Paula Nicole, contestant from Drag Race Philippines, season 1. Precious, you're messy and I love it. Bitch, you lied and made that up. We had Corazon going crazy. I love you though. She said I wanted to start some shit.
She fell for it though. She fell for it.
She did. It was funny. Sorry, baby. We talked about you earlier here. We're on to some other stuff now. But I want to hear some opinions on this tea or whatever, because to me, I didn't even think it was voguing when I saw Megan dancing. I just assumed she was going back to a knee control situationship where she's trying to see how far she can get to the earth. It's like a boulder falling down on a Wile E. Coyote sort of situation. And I just assumed she was just trying to check that her knees still work. I didn't take it as voguing. So I do know it can get annoying when people tag you like, girl. If Laomi isn't involved, that can drive someone. But I don't know about the whole situation in general. I'm being a lead.
People were tagging her in that.
Yes, tagging her, and then when she said something negative about it, then attacking her afterwards.
It kind of became like a whole thing. I think also the pronoun portion of kind of like being like the under kind of pinning of the song is what's also fuel kind of like, oh, this trans pronoun representative of not only voguing but also a trans person who also represents this pronoun, let's like go to them for like their deciding judgment on this thing. Because because the first like response, like the first day, in my opinion, for watching on the internet, everyone was kind of like, her. This song makes no sense. Like, why is she choosing like this pronoun? Like, like, why is she making like a whole big thing about pronouns and she's like not a part of the community? Which technically she has rapped about bisexuality and dancing with women and things like that. So she could be a member of the community. Yeah, but
no, you on it though. Well, I mean, listen, there's a lot of stuff. I follow Laomi. I like her a lot. Of course, I respect her since the beginnings of her ballroom days. But I also noticed like just how the narrative was going and how people were trying to place themselves into that argument. See, Diggy, what are you about to say?
I mean, let me just preface this with Laomi is a legend. Like she is ballroom. I like her.
It's a good
I like
preface.
her.
Here we go.
I know. I'm just saying. However,
Drag her, C Diggy. Drag
I
her.
would never drag Naomi. I've been loving her for years.
Same.
But from the outside looking in, like I followed her, and all I saw was the shade. It came all very snarky, and it was kind of mean. That's all. Like when I saw the video, I was like, oh, this is cute with Meg doing. I didn't really like associate it with Vogue, but I was like, it's lightly inspired, and to throw shade at the choreographer, I don't know. It was just really uncalled for, and especially to throw shade at a former coworker as well. Like I don't know, like Sean Bankhead, like he definitely does some really great work, and yeah, I just didn't think it was called for.
I didn't need the disclaimer. See, Dickie said it was fine. Y'all talk about disclaimer.
No,
he didn't
we
go
do need a
in.
disclaimer because Dooley hasn't spoken yet. What I did not appreciate was the fact that the Barbs took this as an opportunity to jump on Megan.
Well, yeah, that.
And I thought that was very, like, not only opportunistic, but actually kind of nasty. I saw this meme and it was like, all the great rap girls with their moms. And of course, Meg's mom has passed away, so it was her with nobody.
Are you kidding me?
And I was like, girl,
see that?
we are going
Now,
here.
see, Diggy, as someone
Like,
who's lost
we
their
are
mother, that has set me off if I saw that shit.
Exactly. Like, that shit is not funny. That
I'd
shit
find
is
the
not
person who
funny.
would have
I don't
done
care
that.
who you revere, who you love, whose records did this, who did number one. Like, at a person-to-person level, like, we are talking about the loss of a loved one, and y'all are taking this stupid moment to, like, actually take a actual for real dig at somebody. And I wasn't really feeling that.
But then they
I was not feeling that.
husbands,
I hate Stan
they're-
Wars.
I wasn't feeling that.
Then they become blind to that shit. Then we don't want to talk about Kid Petty and his.
And then it became then Naomi exited the situation, and then it became Meg versus Nikki, and then I was like, how did we get here? But then like she didn't really. But then the fan.
This right
hate it.
here.
I hate
This
it.
right here.
Honestly, I agree. But what I will say is from like a dance perspective and like a ballroom perspective, those movements were ballroom movements. I'm sorry, like I vehemently disagree. Like for anyone to be like, "Oh yeah, I didn't think that was ballroom." I'm sorry, baby. As soon as she hit the ground and you were hitting that catwalk, like,
Well,
I'm sorry, like, yeah, like no.
I don't think it
So
was appropriating though.
no, if you're
I
gonna
didn't
do
catch
it, then do it. My thing is like, okay, like if you're going to do something, you should do it right, correct?
Is that what was happening?
And my thing is, if you're that wasn't done correct. Even the dancers weren't even doing it correct. It like as far as ballroom and training, like, and then what makes it more disrespectful is you're a judge on a show critiquing and constantly hearing people talk about the necessity of doing this correctly. So, and then you've also done a video, don't stop, because I can reference the video where you hired and you had people doing these movements correctly. And you employed people to do this correctly. So you know better and you've done better and you chose not to do better. So to me, that's where my opinion about where the accountability lies. And the thing is, if you're going to choose a pronoun, you know what the song and you know how the song was going to hit and you know the demographic that it was going to hit with. If you're going to do those things, then make choices that are going to support you and not leave loopholes and room for this. Because honestly, the dancing wasn't even tight. Even if like you want to like come at it on a dance level,
that was the point.
Bankhead should be embarrassed. Bankhead should be embarrassed for what he allowed to be the final cut. If you want to talk about it on a dance level,
that's why I said
like,
it
even
wasn't
as a
ballroom,
choreographer,
because it felt
but
very.
even more so, it felt lazy and it felt forced. And then you're gonna throw these people out there to do this. So no, he needs to be held accountable because he could have hit her up. You're famous as hell, you know her, and also she could have hit her up. She could have been like, "Hey, we work together. I just sat in a chair beside you every day for 2 years, girl, and I couldn't ask you to come and hit this up.
Please,
come and handle this.
What?
Yeah, so that is not the song. You're right, because the girl didn't.
But no, like what you're
on the
saying,
right
Justin.
song.
That was my
But
point
I
earlier.
agree,
In that it's not that it's not voguing or whatever, but it's not. It's very much like what we see
It's broken
sometimes.
vogue.
Some even people on Drag Race that sort of do their little movements and whatever, and
That's
it's like,
definitely a no and a broken.
you know what I'm
vogue.
saying?
Remember
It's
all them girls.
that's why when I saw it, I was
last
like,
week on that swish. Monet's broken.
it's like,
catwalk.
okay, girl, that's the catwalk, but it's not like no.
It's
They
not
would
a real
they
one.
would have chopped you. They would have been like, to the back, and you're the girl that was chopping people while you were sitting lazily in a chair.
And that's
Well,
why
I
I
think
think
it's
it's not
not
cool.
fair
And,
to
that,
girls' name,
and
I
that's
agree.
and that's where I think the accountability and I think the controversy and the kind of, oh my gosh, not with this foot in the crotch.
I don't know, y'all.
I'm
I
done.
was watching them perform, and like it's not given to me. Like,
I'm done. I'm done.
like, what are we talking about?
I'm done because she definitely used to sit there lazy as hell in that chair.
Bitch drunk,
Right,
and I
that's
was
what
like,
I
"Oh,
thought.
really? Like, okay, man." And I like her, but she was drunk. Let's call it what it was.
Or
Like,
she would give her them random tens because she wasn't paying attention and she just didn't remember what to score them, so she would just get them a 10.
don't remind me of the random tens with that show. Ooh.
I thought Jamila was more of a culprit with doing that. Than
You
anything
guys
else.
did such a good job this week compared to
I
last
really
week.
felt your
Give you a
spirit.
10. I'm gonna give you
I
a 10.
feel the
I felt that you guys love each other. 10.
I felt your energy
Look at
when you
it,
came here.
the
And
eyes, the passion.
while you did not do your best, I felt your energy.
Right? How you
gonna
gonna tell me I didn't do my best? But give me a 10.
Listen,
I'll give
she
it a-
fell. He broke his leg. They threw up. You forgot the performance, but you guys came out here and tried your best. 10.
You left it all on the floor. You left it all on the floor.
Better yet, gag flag. Because, stay. You can't leave.
I want to say before we move on to the next
Y'all,
one,
we
we
should
should
have been reviewing Legendary.
Terrible. I love the show, but
Honestly, we're not even gonna be talking about that song next week. This album was
We're not. The album
was just so
cute.
Meg could get out her
And it's her fifth
contract. I
one,
didn't
so she
see-
can be done.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's cute. I mean, the first half of the album is cute. Like the first 6 to 8 tracks are cool. The second half I can do without.
I just
But,
think
I haven't
it's
listened.
really like Naomi's job to really critique every single thing. Like, can't she just choose her battles? Because I like her. You don't have to be like.
But if you're
snarky.
that person who's kind of that representative and also on that show, she is placed there as kind of like the arbiter of Vogue and this person who's kind of like responsible, kind of like RuPaul. RuPaul is the arbiter of drag. So it's kind of like if you want to, I feel like if CNN had a question about what's right and what's wrong with drag, you would go
RuPaul
to
is in that position though. I don't think Naomi's in that.
But I feel like as far as like in the ballroom community and how you see who the person like who would be the person to speak on Vogue, it would either be Deshaun or Naomi as far as like who is the ultimate Voguer to speak on that. So that is her who is the ultimate drag
on a
queen.
mass media level.
Yeah, on a
true.
mass media, and that would be RuPaul. So I totally understand why if this person, and also like this past season, she was very adamant about how she was not okay with this type of activity continuing.
Duly.
She constantly talked about TikTok and all this other stuff happening, and how she was not okay with like nogging. She was very adamant about it. So
Yeah.
I think that's just very like I think that's a sensitive thing for her.
So all I'm gonna say is, remember this energy every time I critique 100% pure love that y'all go up for. Every time y'all go up every time.
Are you talking about Denali and her broken? You talking about Denali's broken catwalk?
Who went up for her?
I
Oh,
never
you talking
went
to
up for
the chat.
Denali's broken catwalk like
He's talking
that.
to the chat. He's talking to the chat, child. He ain't talking to nobody up here. That's why Denali
I'm
passes
talking
by
to the
in
chat.
precinct. And she didn't say nothing.
Every season,
They did give Denali all of that just because she was the best of the worst. She was the best catwalk of the worst catwalks that we had seen. So she was the best that they had ever seen.
So
I like Denali.
no, listen, no, I don't listen. Hey, Dooley, I'm trying to help you out. So chill. See, Diggy, I like her too, but I wanted to get to Dooley's point here in what he was about to say in reference to the situation, because it also comes back to a point of somebody passing us by in precinct, looking us dead in our face, and keep on walking. I remember that. Go on, Dooley.
Had a great conversation with Dahlia Black in that moment. Had a great conversation with girl.
Serta Jean just asked for a lighter to light their cigarette. Yeah, we were all right there.
Baby drunkenly yelled at Scarlett. Meanwhile,
we were sitting by the bar, and me and Julie were like just talking or whatever. And when she came by, she looked at us like this and went, and then walked. It was like, ooh. I was like, okay, she's either drunk or she remembers things I said. But it's
had a whole
okay.
conversation with Monique about spirituality. Meanwhile, in the interior Lucius Lounge.
Monique said, oh. That was funny. Dooley, but what was your point?
No shade, America, but facts are facts.
What was your point? I'm sorry.
Okay, man, we can move on. We good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we good.
Okay, listen. You should have been used about 50 times today. I forgot you existed over there. My bad.
Somebody needs to press that button again. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't hold nothing against that because I say a lot of shit. So some people take it personally, and I can't. If you mad or whatever. Other girls know, like Matty Morphosis when we rolled up, y'all dragged me.
No, she was great.
And she's
Baby,
like,
hold on. Pause. We dragged this girl every fucking week, and Candy came up to me and Matt and all of us and had I bought her a drink, and we had good
I hung out with Candy for like hours at Simone's house, like literally on a Monday, talking just all the shit. It was fun too. She's cool people. She's good people. I like Candy.
Dragged her all season, and she was like, "Hey, girl, you right?" And, okay, word.
He was like, "Girl, you used to come for me. You just came for me, girl." I said, "But I did like this outfit." She goes, "No, you did give me that. You did give me that." I said, "Yes."
We met Matty Morphosis and her partner. Come on.
Yeah, so
you're in a family.
Yeah, so that's why it's like sometimes I get it, and other times I'm just like, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Because it's like I don't mean it personally, but also I can imagine me on the other end. Like for example, Nina Benita Brown kind of shading me from the Houston bad boy or whatever the bad boys club situation.
Like Aurelia, I don't know why I couldn't come with those words.
Oh yeah,
Astrid Aurelia.
It's I think it's an
easy name to say.
Astrid. There we go. Astrid. It's dude.
Jasmine Kennedy hung out with us.
Oh, she came by when we did the live panel. Remember when Jasmine stopped?
She dragged them all seasons, baby.
Y'all just dragged Jasmine too.
See, Diggy, now you won't act different.
Jasmine actually thanked me on the side. She was like, "You had my back." I was like, "Okay, yeah, that was."
Oh, bitch! Listen,
she did. She said that.
You want a cookie, see, Diggy?
But check this out.
For you liking her tight ass fashion, because when we talked about this, then I said what I said, and I enjoy that girl. She's definitely grown on me, and I appreciate her authenticity. But them looks wasn't hidden, not all the time.
No, I told her about her old wigs to her face. I said it to her face.
Amazing.
It's fine. Spirit. She has some old wigs. It's all right.
We just said with Silky, all the Rajas. Come on,
even with Jasmine at the Vegas live show, I saw her perform there. Amazing. What she say when I rolled up? I did good there, right, bitch? I was cutting up, huh? I said yes, mama. You were hitting all girl marks.
We dragged the Hana. We didn't talk
to y'all act like we have not all dressed bad ourselves. Like you can definitely find an outfit. Y'all can find where we look bad like ourselves. I mean, not the dog, but I mean, but yeah.
Child, I'll eat somebody in a sweatsuit.
Get off my line. I'm done.
Baby, because if the frame is right, it's always gonna be tight. Hello, but I'm just saying.
Your sweatsuit got a cage on the hips. You got Tim's on, girl.
Body. Okay.
But Shay, that's not who we're there. We're there. That's not who they're That's not who we're there to see. We're here to see the bearded girl of Chicago. That's who we came to see. She was just there. We came to see Lucy.
Oh, Stu.
I was like, who are you talking about, Lucy? I was like, how do we end up in Chicago, girl?
No,
we was talking about Monet in this tracksuit.
I love that.
I want to see Matty in this tracksuit.
Lucy is one of the most magnificent people I have ever met.
She's so sweet. Yeah,
Lucy is
really
cool.
sweet.
I love her.
I do know about the All-Star 7 reunion.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll definitely be reacting to it because I'm already, I'm subscribed to the sibling. Yes. I'm trying to catch
the platform is going to be released on.
I would assume Paramount, right?
I don't think it's gonna be on Paramount Plus. It feels like it's done in house.
Like World of Wonder. You think it's gonna be like a World of Wonder YouTube thing?
Maybe not even that.
The girls pay for it themselves.
Oh, yeah. They paid for the reunion.
Yeah.
They wanted to
that's why I was like, I think
this is definitely gonna be YouTube. Then we gonna slap this and scrap this.
It might be YouTube. It might be Patreon.
I could see it being a Patreon.
Yeah,
because his Patreon, what they put it on. Well, I guess
the thing is, Sibling Rivalry. It'll be on Bob and Monet's thing.
Also, it was their idea to do the. Yes, they did. They said it was their idea, and they were pushing for it. Yeah, so maybe Bob will host it, and then the rest of that would go off. But then you got bias. But then people would bitch about bias. Oh, we could get Alaska.
They everyone's y'all talk about NDAs. There are certain things where people know. Listen, talk to a lawyer someday. Learn what words you can say and how you can get around.
Girl, Legion Miller, I love her. She rolled up and gave us the whole contract in regular language.
there's ways to talk about the show without you getting in trouble.
Yeah.
But also the production company can then be like, you talking too much. So like it's a double-edged whatever. But again, them girls have been on the show 4 to 5 times now. Like they don't have to
I think everybody does. I think everybody has decided that they're done.
Mm.
I think to do the reunion and do it how it is, but also like Monet made it very clear. She was like, the problem is the girls not negotiating their contracts right, and they're not using their power to negotiate and get their power in their contracts the way they should have. And I didn't know I could till someone told me I could, so I did this season, and that's why I can talk how I can talk. she made it very clear. So hopefully the other gals did too.
You know, it's. I love all these people. I hope everyone gets their wishes and
their wishes.
Yeah, wishes. Whatever they want in life. If you find Will
I
Smith,
want that Coco Jumbo contract. I want to feel everything.
Not Coco Jumbo. Shut up. Shut the hell up. And our Simone on her tell my tea spree. Isn't she on her tell my tea spree every week? With her guests every week.
Oh, I won't be watching. I'm
not watching either.
I haven't watched it. That's actually why I brought it up, because I was gonna be like, has anybody watched it? Has anybody got any good tea from me?
I read the book. I gave them 7 seasons. They ruined the last 2. I'm giving them no more of my time.
Oh, House of Dragon? Yeah. Oh, baby, I'll be there.
Give me some more books. I don't need no more TV shows. Thank you.
No, Tyler, the thing is, no one's thinking it's negative. It's the fact that they're going to just, it's possible, but they're going to say more than they've ever done before, which is going to change a narrative that people may have in their heads about how things operate. Because some folks don't want to look behind the curtain and they like to be bemused or have their little rose-colored glasses. Some people want the real shit. So that's what that's about. Not negative, but like there may have been bad stuff that happened on the show.
That's a good point, Matt.
I don't
want
to
know.
know.
Great point.
But yeah, some people do. Like, you know how we are with
the Evie stuff. No, but with the Evie
Deep
stuff,
dive.
like with Evie's statement, I think it kind of shares that point, and I think everyone had the sentiment. But also, I think this reunion, I guess maybe like production or WoW is more nervous about it, probably because they did do such a positive and inauthentic edit, that now you have all the truth that's gonna come out. But my thing is like the girls been kind of like dropping stuff on Twitter. They're like, the thing is like just let the tea be the tea and move on. Like, it's over, the season happened, like we done with it. Just enjoy the drop, just enjoy the extra tea that you know and move on.
I just want to enjoy every new season of whatever international season is going to be dropped every other 2 weeks and continue with that.
Not every 2 weeks.
With that
I
being
want them to kill that shit, please.
I'm okay. My bills are paid.
I just want a more like staggered or more balanced, I guess, layout of everything. But I think you can't do that until you fully understand, I guess, like the playing field of all your options. And I think they're trying to see how far they can scale and expand and like survive. But I feel like they're trying to like expand so much, but then it's like, do you really have everything going right that you have on your plate right now?
Well,
but girl, they doing what they need to do, and they getting their coin. And honey, I wish I had a piece of it.
Listen, I keep begging them to give me some. But hey, everybody, that's a wrap today. It's past the 2-hour mark. I need to roll something right now. Get my spirits and as well as my blanket together and whatever I'm eating tonight. I might need to make a phone call for someone to make a drop off. So let's go ahead and talk to some of these people and get their social medias and wrap this up. And then tomorrow I will be on for Drag Race Down Under season 2. Almost said 3 lies. Episode 4 review for Snatch Game. Jamar, thank you for your participation and hanging in there, sister. Your hair was together at once, and now you have tendrils up front, child. So it's been around the world and 999. Okay, so what are your social media links?
So you can find me on social media everywhere at Jamar84. That's JAMAR84. Make sure you check out my YouTube. I just uploaded a video earlier today. Make sure you follow my Instagram. On the link in the Instagram is going to be whereby you can find exquisite.com with all the links to the makeup products and everything else over there. Support Black business. And yeah, had a great time. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, you busy, successful bitch. C. Diggy, can you give me your social medias, please?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, CDiggy1. Follow me on YouTube, where, Housewife reviews, pop culture, blah, blah, etc. What else? Patreon.com/CDiggy1. And that's it.
Thank you, C. Diggy.
I'll be
yes,
in
they
Atlanta
do.
for a week. Jamar, if you want to bring me to a drag show or something, hit me up.
When?
I'll be there next week for a week.
You know what I'm doing.
I need a break from New York right now, you know? Change my surroundings.
I
You
love
don't be
it.
here
Why
for
should you be on the
more
road
than
like every 2 weeks? You're such a girl. How could you be tired of somewhere you never are?
Chris didn't do nothing for his birthday, technically. So, like,
Okay, I'm good.
you know,
I
All the
missed
best.
out on my trip.
All the best, C Diggy. All the best on your travels.
here's me going, "Ooh, I need
He
a
had a
trip
whole
too,
party
bitch."
that I was present at. What do you mean he didn't do anything for his birthday?
I mean, I'm talking about like travel because normally he'd be like out somebody's country, eating something. You know what I mean? No. Okay. My words fell. Sorry, Chris. Thank you. Also, yes. Dooley.
Oh, I'll be in the UK too at the end of September.
C Diggy.
Okay, that's it. For a week.
Well, I just want to say that I have never missed an episode. I'm here. So C Diggy may be gone, but your homegirl Doobie Noted will be here. Linktree.com/Doobie__noted for all of your Doobie Noted needs. And I guess since I'm up here in the Harlems and your girl lives in Brooklyn, I'm gonna go back outside. So for every $10 you send me, I'm gonna just take a shot. Y'all know how to find me.
Don't send her
I have more to
$10.
do. Send me $10 so that I can take a shot, and then me and Justin are gonna go kiki in the streets allegedly. I'm here.
Who said Justin was doing that stuff with you?
But I did.
Y'all see my skin? Y'all see my forehead?
Okay, I have daddy energy.
I know
You're
don't mix with that.
You're going outside.
Thank you, Dooley.
JustinRain.com/links. You guys can find all the links to my social media. You can find my Twitter at Rain RAYNE_Justin, or you can find me on Instagram at Justin_Rain. You can also listen to my podcast, Fuckboy Problems. I've been on sabbatical and hiatus, working on my mental health, working on my temple, building this body that I'm sure you all will appreciate when I show you all the results very soon, very soon. But yeah, took some time for myself, but now, a bitch is back with the jump off, feeling, galvanized. So I'm on my way back. Yeah, missed you all. Thank you, Matty, and everyone for having me back.
If you hate us, you can find us at BARPH1 on Instagram. Just send the hate there.
Thank y'all for tuning in today. We appreciate you so very much. Drop a like if you please, and drop tips in too. $signs next to everyone's name. I have no more energy left after today. So I gotta go. We gotta go. We'll see you next Sunday. You'll see me tomorrow. It's been a show. Until next time, take care. Puss, do all that good stuff. We'll see ya.
Listen. Yeah.